It's time for high school playoff football with your Garaway Pirates. WJER Sports and Claxon Communications present this live video stream on the WJER Radio YouTube channel, and replays can be found on WJER.com/videos. Special thanks to our scoreboard sponsors: Kime and Charm, Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital, First National Bank of Denison, Hampshire Insurance, Wendy's, T-County Boxing Academy, Commercial and Savings Bank, and Sugar Valley Meats. At the conclusion of the game, we'll choose the player of the game, courtesy of your local Subway restaurants. Now let's go live to the stadium for tonight's action. Here are your WJER sports announcers.
Bill Hammerstrom for WJER Sports here with Garaway coach Jason Wallach. He's getting set to take on the West Jefferson Rough Riders in a Division VI regional final. Coach, you've won all your playoff games so far by 5 touchdowns at least. How do you get your team ready for a game that might be closer than that?
Well, it's not too difficult. Just knowing that you're in the regional final, when you got 2 teams left in the region, they're going to get better every week, and this is definitely a really, really big challenge for us. So it really, with our senior leadership, we had no issues with getting these guys, keeping them focused, and getting them ready to play.
So you had 5 interceptions last week. You got a great quarterback from West Jefferson. How can you use what you did last week against a quarterback like that?
Well, we got to get pressure on him. We got to get him to move his feet. He likes to stand in the pocket and get his feet set and throw. So Austin's a really good quarterback, really talented wide receivers, and so we've got to get pressure on him. If we can't get pressure on him, it's going to be a long night for us.
And then on offense, what are you looking for your guys to do? Is this a game where you have to hold the ball a little bit more because they have such an explosive offense? Well,
you just want to be efficient, and if we can continue to score every time we get the ball, I think we'll be okay. So we want 9 possessions, and if we can score in at least half of those possessions, I think we'll be all right. But we just got to be efficient. We got to take care of the football. Who knows what the weather's going to be like tonight, and the team with the least amount of turnovers is probably going to win this game.
Yeah, speaking of the weather, the rain has let up here. The OHSAA has scheduled mud out of the playoffs, so it should be a good surface, right? It should be okay?
Yeah, surface is great. They're calling for low rain here just right prior to kickoff, so that's okay. We did wet ball drills all week, and our kids don't care if it's raining. They just want to play the game. So we're excited about the opportunity. We're one of 8 teams still left in Division VI, and we're going to give it our best shot tonight.
All right, Coach Jason Wallach, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
For WJER Sports, I'm Bill Hammerstrom. West Jefferson coach Sean Bisher. At this point in the playoffs, all the teams are good, but what do you know about the Garaway Pirates?
Oh, they're an excellent football team. They're extremely well coached. They look the part. I've talked to a lot of people this week. I'm impressed with them in all 3 phases, but their defense is definitely a state champion caliber defense. They do everything right. They run well. They're sound scheme-wise. They make you earn every yard they get, and they make enough plays offensively without question to be able to be extremely productive at this stage. So they're a huge challenge. We know that. We've been fortunate enough to be here 11 of the last 18 years. So at this game, so we kind of know what it looks like, and they're definitely worthy of being here without question.
So this is at least your second time coaching a son
this
deep into the playoffs. What's that like?
Oh, it's great. Our community and our kids have all accepted it. Yeah, my oldest son graduated a couple years ago. He went to the Final Four twice. So we were able to win this game twice with him being the starting quarterback, which is special and unique, right? He was surrounded by great players. He'd be the first to tell you that. Austin, my current son, that's in this situation, he'd tell you the same thing, that he's just very blessed to be surrounded by the teammates he has, and it's just been a special place for us.
So what does Austin have to do to combat that defense that had 5 turnovers last week and puts pressure on the quarterback?
Well, we got to take care of the football. We can't turn the football over, and if we get an opportunity to get in the red zone, we got to come away with touchdowns, not field goals. Those 4-point swings between a field goal and a touchdown can be a pretty big deal in a game like this, right? So we got to be able to score the football if we get the opportunity to get it down there. So, it starts with taking care of the football. When you get settled into this game, I know that they're a great football team. Their community's excited, their kids are excited. This is their first time here, and they should be. So we got to try to make it into a football game, get everything calmed down, and make it as normal as possible.
All right, West Jefferson coach Sean Bisher, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
For WJER, I'm Bill Hammerstrom.
There are a lot of steps between conceiving, carrying, and cradling your baby. No matter what stage of motherhood you're in, our team at Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital will be there every step of the way. From your first visit to your first baby, we provide expert care right in the Tuscarawas Valley. Our team partners with each patient to create a custom birthing plan, ensuring the comfort and health of you and your baby. For every care in the world. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit unionhospital.org/motherhood.
The T County Boxing Academy is the area's #1 training center for those who are serious about boxing. Serious athletes know that everything they put into their bodies affects their workouts, which is why the T County Boxing Academy offers the industry's best supplements at the best prices for the best workouts possible, including brands like 5% Nutrition. Try their real food protein with low glycemic carbs. If you want to train like the pros, use the supplements pro boxer Sugar Dre Donovan of Urixville uses. Available at the T County Boxing Academy, located on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Welcome to WJER's coverage of high school football playoffs and the Garaway Pirates. This is a regional final game between the Garaway Pirates and the West Jefferson Rough Riders. It is a Division VI matchup. We are in Zanesville. I'm Bill Hammerstrom. I am joined by Josh Jarvis, and we are going to listen to the national anthem. Excellent work by the Garaway Pirate Marching Band. We will celebrate the band today. We will celebrate these two teams, but like everybody else in the area, we have a heavy heart, and we are praying, Josh, for Tusky Valley.
Yeah, Tusky Valley suffered a horrible tragedy this week, and it's very near and dear to my heart. I spent 10 years there in that school district as a teacher and a coach. I know that some of them are listening now, and I just want all of them to know that you're forever in our hearts and prayers. But this horrible tragedy, and we couldn't start the broadcast tonight without mentioning that, because it is heavy on everyone's heart in Tuscarawas County.
And Garaway is wearing the logos for Tusky Valley and for Buckeye Career Center, who lost a dear teacher in that accident, that tragic accident this past week. If you would like to help, I would suggest going to Facebook and following the Tusky Valley Trojans on Facebook. The Trojan Foundation has its own Facebook presence, and you can go to First Federal Community Bank, make a check out to TV Strong, and donate to the Trojan Foundation. Those donations go to things like mental health care, equipment replacement for the band, memorial services, and anything that community needs at this time as they deal with that tragedy.
Yeah, they've had a huge response this past week with a lot of people, not just in the state, but throughout the entire country, which is heartfelt, and it's something that no school district ever wants to go through, no parent ever wants to go through. It's a horrible tragedy, but they are receiving help, and anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated.
Keep an eye out in your community in Tuscarawas County. Several businesses this weekend are having dine and donate events, all kinds of fundraisers, donating proceeds. You can buy a T-shirt, you can buy a yard sign, plenty of ways to help the Tusky Valley Trojans. We are here in Zanesville. We will come back with coverage of this playoff football game between Garaway and West Jefferson on your Voice of the Valley.
The Eat Fresh refresh just won't stop. Now Subway is refreshing their catering with easy order platters and box meals perfect for any occasion. Start with sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try individually packaged box meals featuring a tasty 6-inch sub, footlong, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. When you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order. Advance notice may be required.
The First National Bank of Denison is proud to be your locally owned community bank. As a community bank, they're also proud to be a sponsor of today's game. Supporting local high school athletics is just one way the First National Bank gives back to the schools and communities that have helped make them successful. The First National Bank of Denison, proud to be your locally owned community bank. Visit them online at fnbdenison.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Hey there, Garaway Pirate fans. For over 60 years, Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community, specializing in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. With their friendly and efficient service, you can rest easy knowing Hampshire Insurance is providing a path forward when the unthinkable happens. Give them a call at 330-852-4087. Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of the Garaway Pirates and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek.
We are in Zanesville, home of the Blue Devils, for WJER's coverage of high school football playoffs and the Garaway Pirates. Today, the Pirates take on West Jefferson in a regional final game. I'm Bill Hammerstrom for WJER Sports, here with Josh Jarvis. Josh, let's start with the history that has already been made for the Garaway Pirates. They've never made it this far.
No, they've never made it this far. I was actually able to talk to Jason Wallach after the last game, and the first thing he said to me, I gave him a hug. I said, congratulations. I said, you did a tremendous job. You finally broke through that ceiling. And his first thing that he said was, we're not done yet. So they're excited about it, but they got time to celebrate that later. They're looking for bigger things this year than just making it to the top 8.
All right, my question to him was, does it feel like you got a monkey off your back finally, or is it just another set of goals that you have, another set of expectations, and no moment to feel any relief from that victory? Yeah, well, I think, like we talked about last week, they were celebrating on the bus ride home, but it pretty much probably ended as soon as they got back. They know they have a really good football team, and they know that they have a chance to do some great things here. And while they were excited with their win to get from the top 16 to the top 8, they're still hungry. And I talked to some of the coaches this week, and they said this week of practice was great. It was the kids weren't really celebrating. They wanted more. This wasn't enough for them. So they're still hungry, which is a good thing. If you're a coach, you want your players to still be hungry, and they're looking forward. They'll have plenty of time to celebrate at the end of the season, but they do not want it to end quite yet. Defense was hungry last week, got 6 turnovers, 5 interceptions, and now they're playing a team that has averaged more than 30 throws a game so far in this postseason. Did you get a chance to watch the replay of Jackson Reifenschneider returning that interception for a touchdown?
I did, because I didn't see it in real time.
I know, I did the same thing.
I didn't see it in real time. I had to go back and look at it because, again, we were looking at, at least myself, I was looking at the wide receiver that was supposed to receive the ball, and next thing I know, he's sprinting down the field. So, yeah, I got to take a look at it. It's absolutely incredible. He's one heck of an athlete, and I can't say enough about him. As I mentioned before in the last broadcast, that he's a kid that, due to health concerns, was not able to play the past 3 years, and this year he is just come on the scene and made a huge splash for the Pirates. Now, they had 5 interceptions. It's hard to imagine they'll get 5 first-half interceptions this time, but they need to do what you said they were doing last time. They need to put pressure on the quarterback on defense. Yeah, if you look at this quarterback, he likes to sit back in the pocket. He's very comfortable in the pocket, and he is a heck of a quarterback. 3,700 yards, I think, on the season. But this defense can put a little pressure on him and get him outside of his comfort zone. Then they might have an opportunity to create some mistakes. I mean, you never go into a game thinking, oh, we're going to get 6 turnovers in the first half. We're going to get 5 interceptions in the first half. He has only turned the ball over or thrown 5 interceptions this entire season. So I don't think that's something you can expect. However, if you can get him out of his comfort zone a little bit and get him out of the pocket, maybe hope that he might make a few mistakes, then you might have an opportunity.
All right, offensively, let's talk about guys whose names we probably won't say today. Jake Miller, Wyatt Hirschberger, Colson Keller, Bryce Yoder, Cooper McDougal, the offensive line. Maybe a big day for Dylan Sunland behind those guys.
Yeah, the offensive line, the unsung heroes of any football team, really. They don't get a lot of recognition, but those guys are working harder than anybody every single day. And any running back will tell you the only way that they're successful is if their line is doing their job up front. And Dylan would be no different. Dylan would say the exact same thing. Those guys, if they if they're able to do their assignments and block up front, then it could be a big day for Dylan.
So West Jefferson Rough Riders running onto the field as their fans who are right in front of us. We're on the visitors' side. West Jefferson wearing their gold helmets. Gold pants, looks like yellow from up here, but it's white and gold. Their colors are gold and brown. Still talking about Garaway here. How about Brady Geibel? He hasn't thrown any interceptions, only thrown 2 incompletions this whole postseason.
Yeah, I mean, that's impressive. That's something you would hope that he would be able to keep up if you're a Garaway fan, but, I mean, that's something that's very, very difficult to do. He's done a tremendous job this postseason. He knows where he wants to go with the football. He does a good job of reading the defense pre-snap, and then he can kind of anticipate what the defense is going to look like whenever, or after the snap, after it actually occurs. So he's done a tremendous job, and if he continues doing what he's done in the past, he's going to be hard to beat.
Here come the Pirates onto the field. Let's switch gears and talk about West Jefferson. We talked about Brady Geibel, 28 for 30 so far in this postseason. Quarterback for West Jefferson is Austin Bisher. He is 66 of 96. They are throwing the ball more than 30 times a game. He has almost 800 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's one of the best sophomores, not just in Ohio, but in the country. In the United States, among quarterbacks, he has the 20th most yards with 3,700 yards passing this season. He is his conference player of the year. He is his district player of the year, and likely all Ohio when that comes out.
Yeah, when you look at Bisher, like I looked at those numbers and I said 3,700, that's got to be a misprint, but it is not. This kid is really, really good. He's only a sophomore. He's 6'4", 165 pounds, and he just slings it. He throws the ball all over the field. He does have a target that he likes to go to quite a bit, but there's a few others out there that if Garaway is able to, focus on one of his receivers, it's not like he's going to be out of his element. He's able. You can't get 3,700 yards just throwing to one kid. So he is by far the best quarterback that they have faced this entire season and probably the entire postseason.
That's Austin Bisher. We'll keep an eye on him. His father is the coach, Sean Bisher, in his 22nd season. 7th straight year he's taken these Rough Riders to the playoff. Program is a 2-time state champ, 82 and 76. 6-time runner-up, most recently 2019, 2021. And in those seasons, Coach Sean Bisher was leading his other son, Tyler, to the state finals twice. Now he's trying to do it with another son, sophomore Austin Bisher. Garaway is getting set to receive the opening kickoff. So again, we are on the visitors' sideline here with the West Jefferson Rough Riders shaking their cowbells and their pom-poms. And we are away. It's a short kickoff. Fielded at the 35, out to the 40. They're going to start with good field position.
Yeah, you got to be excited about that to start the game. To be able to start about 7 yards shy of midfield. The interesting thing about these two teams is they both put up a lot of points. I think it's really going to come down to the defenses, who can really show up defensively. And in the past, West Jefferson has given up some points, but they've scored a lot more. So we're going to have to see how these defensive teams work out as we move on.
Dylan Sunland had that short return there, avoiding the deep man. He's in the backfield now next to Brady Geibel. He goes out to his slot position. Geibel's looking right. He's throwing deep on the first play. He's got a man, and he completes the pass to number 12. Bronson Speedy into the offense for Garaway.
Yeah, Bronson Speedy just ran a seam right up the field, and he found a soft spot, just sat down in it, and Brady Geibel was able to connect.
It's about a 27-yard gain on that play. Geibel to Speedy. So 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. We're just into the first drive of the first quarter here in this regional final game. Sunland behind Geibel. Takes the handoff, goes right up the middle, gets plenty of yards, and keeps churning the little guy with the big legs.
There it is, more of what we have seen. He does not go down on first contact. He has a hole with those linemen that we talked about earlier to start the game, and he just keeps his legs churning.
So 2nd down and 3. They gave him 7 on that carry.
Looks like we had a sideline warning to start the game.
I mean, there's no loss of yardage there, but it's a warning. They need to stay back for the rest of the game. So 2nd down and 3. Sunland in the backfield, at least starting there with Brady Geibel at quarterback. 3 receivers to his left. Sends one in motion. It's Wyatt Wallach. And he's looking for Wallach, and he can't bring it in. So it's still 2nd down and 3. We owe Wyatt Wallach a couple of touchdowns from last game.
I think we do owe Wyatt Wallach a couple of touchdowns from last game. They got in a wildcat formation one time, and we didn't realize it. Wyatt was back there. So Wyatt Wallach was credited with 2 touchdowns that we missed. So our apologies to you, Wyatt.
Talking to Jason Wallach before the game, he said we weren't the only ones,
No, actually, I talked to Wyatt on the phone, and he said everybody missed that. So
everybody was fooled. All right, 3rd and 3, the first 3rd down of the game. Geibel in the pistol hands it off to Sunland, who has a hole. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to keep churning for a gain of about 7 yards on the play. Out to the 16-yard line.
Right side of that line really sealed that edge for him, and he was able to get the edge there, and then once again, like we said before, does not stop on contact.
So 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They are at the 17-yard line. Geibel empties the backfield now. There's a whistle on the field.
Looks like they might be sending a player out for, I don't know, blood or something. I don't know.
He doesn't know either. He's got his palms up. He's wondering why he came out of the game. Maybe some blood on the leg or something.
Oh, I think I might have seen this before. If kids do not have their knee pads down below their knee, they're going to send them out right away. That might be what that was because it's all tugging on his pants.
Equipment violation. Geibel gets the snap. He's looking to his right again. He's going to throw deep towards the end zone. He's wide open, and it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Pirates. Complete to Peyton Keller, who was wide open and walked into the end zone for the score.
Again, you're looking at West Jefferson playing a really, really soft defensive backs there, and he found a soft spot, sat down there at about the 3-yard line, wide open. Brady Geibel delivered a great ball, and they were able to get in for the score.
So 17-yard touchdown pass, Geibel to Peyton Keller for the first score of the game with 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Gio Colon in for the extra point. It's up and good. 7-0 Pirates. We are 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and we'll be back on your sports voice of the Valley.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go a quarter of a mile, celebrating over 30 years of fresh, farm-raised, local meats.
Duke Lone just made the extra point. Now he's set to kick off. It is 7-0 Pirates with 10 minutes in the first quarter. Touchdown pass there from Brady Geibel to Peyton Keller. Another pass did not go to Jensen Garber, who's the IVC Player of the Year at wide receiver. Josh, you were saying maybe they're afraid of him beating them deep, and that's why these guys are wide open elsewhere on the field.
Yeah, it looks like early in the game, West Jefferson's playing a little bit soft in the defensive backfield, trying not to get beat deep. And Garaway's wide receivers are just finding the open holes and sitting down, and Brady's able to connect there with his 31st touchdown of the season.
So Peyton Keller with the touchdown, Bronson Speedy with a big gain on there, and Dylan Sunlen with a couple of runs in between. West Jefferson to get the kickoff. Takes it at the 3. They have returned one for a touchdown this year, but not this one. Down at the 18-yard line. So 1st and 10 for West Jefferson. It is 7-0. We are 9:54 to go in the first quarter. Let's thank one of our scoreboard sponsors, Keim. Keim is the destination and trusted source for your home, building, and woodworking needs. Visit Keim in Charm today or online at keimlumber.com. So the Rough Riders are going to start it with 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. We are in the booth with some of the coaches, and the Rough Riders coaches did not like that return.
They really did not like that return.
So we get our first chance to look at Bisher, the quarterback. Austin Bisher, 6'4", 165 pounds, and they pressure him right away. He's going to run, but he's going to fall down. He runs like a quarterback. Now he'll get some yards. He had over 70 yards rushing in the last game, but he doesn't want to take anybody on.
Yeah, no, he's got quite a few yards rushing this season, but he is not the type of quarterback that wants to take off and run. He is the type of quarterback that likes to sit in the pocket, and he delivers a great football and likes to connect to his guys. And if Garaway can keep him moving, they might be able to disrupt us a little bit.
He'd get 5 on the play. Long legs on 6'4", 2 strides, and he's got 5 yards. This time he's throwing out to the flat. Reception is made to his top receiver. That's Book, and it is a first down. Gain of about 10 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's a great call by the head coach there. Settle things down early in the game. Garaway just drove down, scored first. You want to do something. You want to throw the football. It's something that's highly successful and able to get a few yards, and that was a great call.
Mason Book is their top receiver, number 2. Right around the same number of yards as Jensen Garber for the Pirates, so Book is their Garber. 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. He's getting pressured. He's going to go down. A game so far by Peyton Keller with the sack. Scored a touchdown, now gets the sack.
Yeah, Peyton Keller came off the edge there and wasn't hardly touched. He was coming in like a banshee and took that quarterback down right away.
Loss of about 4 on the play brings up 2nd down and 14. Again, Bisher in the pistol now. Haven't run the ball yet in this game. Kite is their top running back. They're going to throw it again, and he's got some space in front of him, but he's going to get chased down and brought down after gain of maybe 1. Getting him on that play was Braden Raber for the Pirates.
Yeah, it looked like they're playing a little spy coverage there, where they got one linebacker that's making sure that the quarterback doesn't get outside, while the other guys are trying to get pressure, flush him out of the pocket. And that linebacker, he does not have any passing responsibilities. He is spying the quarterback and making sure that quarterback doesn't run.
So Austin Bisher is the quarterback in the shotgun. He did get about a half yard on the play, so it is 3rd and 13. 7:32 to play. He's standing in the pocket. He's looking deep. He throws it across the middle and finds his receiver, who's about a yard short of a first down, gain of about 12. found a spot, not quite at the first down. It's going to be a big fourth down decision.
Looks like Bisher's down right now, holding his shoulder.
That is terrible. You don't want to see a great player like that not get to play in this game. Hopefully he is okay.
No, the trainers are out to look at him right now. We're hopeful that he will be all right.
It is 7-0 Pirates. We're going to take a break. We'll be back on your sports voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
Anyone can improve their balance, hand-eye coordination, discipline, footwork, endurance, and cardio with boxing classes at the T County Boxing Academy on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Stop in, call, or text to get the same animal and 5% nutrition sports supplements used by pro boxer Sugar Dre Donovan, featuring the all-new 5% pre-workout RTD known as Kill It. Follow the T County Boxing Academy on Facebook for training videos and product reviews. The T County Boxing Academy, where serious athletes train.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go a quarter of a mile, celebrating over 30 years of fresh, farm-raised local meats.
We are back in Zanesville for this regional final game between Garaway and West Jefferson. And right now, as we look on the field, the outstanding quarterback for the West Jefferson Rough Riders, the district MVP, the conference MVP, Austin Bisher. He is just about being carried off of the field. He cannot put any weight on his right foot. His helmet came off. He was holding his head. It's just a terrible development, Josh.
It really is. I mean, you work the entire season, you get to the regional final game, and this kid is a phenomenal athlete. And right now, from what we can tell, it does not look good. I just hope that his injury isn't too severe and that he's able to come back at some point.
Yeah, he is not moving his legs. So with their quarterback out, fourth down and 2.5. Rough Riders are going to punt the ball. Again, it's fourth and about 3. Punt is away. It's not a very long kick, but it is going to take a nice bounce. They're going to get it. Pirates are going to get the ball at about the 29-yard line. So kind of a downer on the first possession for West Jefferson. They had a couple of nice pass plays, and then he means so much to this team. 3,700 yards passing. It's going to be we haven't seen their backup quarterback, but that's got to be a big letdown for these Rough Riders.
No, looking at their stats right now, they have 2 different quarterbacks that have played this year. Both of them have 2 attempts each, so they only have 4 attempts, and he's had 415. So you gotta wonder. You're bringing a young kid into a huge game like this. When they get the ball back, you got to wonder how he's going to respond.
So Dylan Sunland takes the handoff, dances around, and gets about 4 yards. A game that didn't look like much was actually about 4.
No, it really didn't look like much. He danced around a little bit there, got caught up by the linebackers, but hey, 4 yards is 4 yards, and that's something you can take if you're a big Pirate fan.
So I think they gave him 3, but still, 3 yards every 4 downs is pretty good. So second down and 7. Geibel calls Sunland back into the backfield. He's to his right. Geibel's looking to throw. Can't find anybody. He's going to roll out to his right. Finds the open receiver, and it is a catch by Wyatt Wallach. Gain for a first down. Close to about 18 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's one of these things that they've coached up, scramble drill. Whenever the quarterback gets out of the pocket, the wide receiver's just trying to find a hole in the zone, and Wright was able to find that.
This time, Jensen Garber has it. He finds the corner. He turns the corner, gets a first down, hops ahead for a gain of about 15 yards on first down.
Yeah, Jensen hasn't caught the ball from Brady yet, but they call that a pass nowadays. Back when I was playing, that wasn't a pass, but they flip it, and that's technically a forward pass, and they were just trying to find a way to get Jensen involved in the game, and he was able to get a big gain.
Every pass play, since we're counting that as a pass play, has gone for at least 15 yards so far.
You keep that up, you'll be in good shape if you're a Garaway Pirate.
1 incompletion so far. 4 completions. Sunland goes up the middle, gets a nice gain, rolls over the top, and he'll be out for a gain of about 6.
Yeah, huge hole by that front line right there, and Dylan was able to get through it, but looks like we got a penalty on the play here. A dead ball foul. Looks like it might be unsportsmanlike.
So the gain counts. They mark off 15 from where that play ended, so it will bring up 2nd down and 19 for the Pirates. They are at the 45-yard line. 5:09 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's one of those things you want to avoid. You don't want to cause yourself more problems. They got to get control of that pretty quickly here.
Sunland in the backfield. It's a fake handoff. Gable's going to roll out to his right, avoids a tackle, and he's going to throw it out of bounds, end the play. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 19 for the Pirates. Third down and 19.
Yeah, you were looking at a 2nd down and about 3 or 4, and now instead of that, you're looking at 3rd down and 19, and that's all due to the unsportsmanlike penalty. You want to try to get half of this back. You got an opportunity maybe to go on 4th down, but they got to get some of this back right here.
So empty backfield for Geibel. Looks for the play call over there. Pretty straightforward play calling over there. No placards with fast food restaurants on it or anything.
No, there are not.
And another penalty. Looks like a false start, unless they called timeout first. I think they got the timeout before the movement happened.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought the right half of the offensive line moved, but it looks like they were able to get a timeout right before.
So that'll be 3rd down and 19. It's 7-0. There's 4 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Let's thank another one of tonight's scoreboard sponsors, Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital. Quality care close to home. Visit clevelandclinic.org and click on locations to learn more about Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital. So 3rd down and 19. So far, every pass play that has been successful, they've had 2 incompletions, but they've had gains of 27, 17, 16, and 15 on their pass plays.
Yeah, they've been very successful when they've been connecting. They could use one of those right now when you're looking at 3rd and 19 if they can connect and be successful and get somewhere around that average. They'd be in good shape to look at going for it on 4th down.
So on our side, wide to the left is Jace Wallach. In motion is Bronson Speedy. He avoids the rush. He's looking downfield, and he's going to take off. He's going to get 5. He's going to put his shoulder down. He's going to move ahead, but it's a gain of 9 on 3rd and 19. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 11 for the Pirates.
Yeah, I think you're in a rough spot here. It looks like they're running out the field goal team. I wasn't quite expecting that, but maybe they think they have an opportunity to take a shot here. But it's one of those areas where you're very difficult. I'm sorry, they're running out the punt team. That was a much better choice. I was wondering why they were running.
I was excited about a 54-yard field goal.
I was too, because I think Gio's got an opportunity for that. But no, I think it's a good decision running out the punt team here.
Jace Wallach to punt. They don't have anybody back to receive, so they were expecting a fake. So he tries to angle for the corner, and it goes there. Did he sit? No, he jumped from the end zone, was not able to save it. It's a touchback out to the 20. Good punt by Jace Wallach, but it goes into the end zone. It is 7-0 here, 3:52 in the first quarter. We'll be right back on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
Back, and Rough Riders have the ball. They ran it for no gain. They are still on the 20-yard line. We'll have to get you an ID on the new quarterback who's in the game there.
Yeah, they haven't run the football yet this entire game, but it looks like with this new quarterback in there, they're going to try to establish that, make him get a little bit comfortable before they start putting it in his hands.
I don't know who invented yellow letters on white jerseys, but makes it difficult to read the numbers.
It's not very helpful.
All right, he's in the pistol. Kite is their top running back. He's going to throw. He's going to throw it deep. They're going to fight for the ball, and it is incomplete. The fans on the Rough Riders side want pass interference. He didn't look back for the ball, but there wasn't really much contact there. It was kind of up for grabs.
So that's a rule that's been changed in the last few years here, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, that the DB does not have to turn back for the ball, but he cannot make contact. Obviously, these fans thought that was pass interference. But going back to this new quarterback, he's got a pretty decent arm. I was kind of surprised with how well that ball was thrown.
So it brings up 3rd down and 10. And he's got the same delivery. He stands steady in the pocket. He's getting pressured. He's going to go down. We saw that one coming. Number 53, Clayton Downs, chased him from the backside. And it is going to go down as a rush for about a half yard, so not a sack, but a pursuit tackle there by Clayton Downs of the Pirates.
Yeah, Clayton Downs, one of those kids that really came on this year, worked his way in a little bit last year, and this year he's making a big splash. Clayton Downs, great job on tracking the quarterback down on that play.
All right, Rough Riders with their backup quarterback unable to generate any offense, and they are going to punt. Pirates lining up at midfield. There's 2:25 to play in the first quarter. Punt is low. It's going to bounce past the 50, down to about the 42.
Great field position again for the Pirates.
All right, we have 2:15 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Pirates. We'll be back on your Sports Voice of the Valley.
Anyone can improve their balance, hand-eye coordination, discipline, footwork, endurance, and cardio with boxing classes at the T County Boxing Academy on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Stop in, call, or text to get the same animal and 5% nutrition sports supplements used by pro boxer Sugar Dre Donovan, featuring the all-new 5% pre-workout RTD known as Kill It. Follow the T County Boxing Academy on Facebook for training videos and product reviews. The T County Boxing Academy, where serious athletes train.
Are back. Pirates with the football. Geibel in shotgun. Looks right. Wyatt Wallach gets the catch. He's going to get about 4 yards on the reception. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. He crosses midfield.
Getting a little quick jailbreak play there. They have the Wyatt Wallach wide receiver stepping back, give the offensive lineman an opportunity to get out in front, and he gains about 4 yards.
So we did get an identification on the quarterback for West Jefferson. It's Owen Warner. He is a senior, so I imagine they're going with the leadership. He's not listed as a quarterback, but he's 6'1", 165. They do have a backup quarterback listed, but he's a freshman, so they're probably going with the senior leadership in this playoff game. On that play, the Pirates were not able to get any. Oh, they were able to get about 4 yards. Now, the fans here are big fans of that tackle. They pushed him back, but not before he gained 4 yards on the carry.
No, they called forward progress on that, giving him the couple of yards there on that forward progress. looking at stats now that we know it's Warner, he has 2 attempts on the season, 1 completion for 7 yards. So he doesn't have a lot of experience as a quarterback, but he's got an experience as a football player.
3rd and 3 for the Pirates. Minute to go in the first quarter. Geibel keeps it after faking the handoff, and he gets nowhere. West Jefferson trying to find something to get fired up here, this time on defense. They stopped him for no gain. 4th and 3, decision time for the Pirates. They are across midfield. And go ahead.
That's one of those read plays that the quarterback is looking at the defensive end. If the defensive end widens, he's going to pull the ball and take it. He must have thought that he saw the defensive end widen, but he was closing pretty hard and was able to make that tackle pretty quickly.
West Jefferson is not interested in any kind of punt return. They have nobody back to receive Jace Wallach into punt.
No, it really seems like they're more concerned about a fake punt than anything else. They are not interested in trying to return this punt.
Good job by Wallach to field that high snap. He angles it for the corner, and it is a perfect kick down at about the 3-yard line. So West Jefferson will take over at the 3-yard line with 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pirates are up 7-0. Let's thank another one of our scoreboard sponsors, Wendy's. Thanks to Wendy's, our local Wendy's restaurant. Stop by at any of your local Wendy's following the game. Wendy's, where the recipe is quality. So they're backed up with a backup quarterback, Josh.
Yeah, this is a tough situation for an inexperienced quarterback. Like we said, he's a senior. He's been in this program for a long time, so he knows the offense, I'm sure, but his experience in that position is very limited. So this is a difficult situation here starting off on the 3-yard line.
Everybody lines up in the pistol or the shotgun, so he starts in the end zone. He turns and hands it off rather slowly, and it looks like maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, not a lot of room there. Backed up on the 3-yard line, able to get back to the line of scrimmage. But when you start in pistol like that, you got your quarterback at about 4 or 5 yards, and then you got your running back at about 7 or 8 yards. So that's a long way to go just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, when we come back, it will be 2nd down and 10 from the 3-yard line for the Rough Riders. They switch sides. It's the end of the first quarter. Pirates up 7-0. We'll be back on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go a quarter of a mile, celebrating over 30 years of fresh, farm-raised local meats.
We are in Zanesville. The score is 7-0. Pirates over the Rough Riders in this Division 6 Region 23 regional final. Thanks to another one of tonight's scoreboard sponsors, Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of the Garaway Pirates and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek for more than 60 years. Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community, specializing in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. Contact them today at 330-852-4087. 2nd down and 10 for the Rough Riders. Their quarterback again lined up in the pistol in the end zone with his running back Kite behind him. He's going to throw it this time, and he's going to throw it deep. He's got an arm. It's going to be up for grabs, and nobody gets it. So 3rd down and 10 for the Rough Riders. He's got a good arm, but they're kind of just throwing it up there hoping those talented receivers that they have will come down with it.
Yeah, Jensen Garber there on the coverage. I was wondering if they were going to try to get Book into the offense a little bit. When you lose a quarterback that's been such an impact, you want to get it to another guy that's been a huge impact on the team, and I think they were trying to get the ball to him there. And Jensen, he wasn't even trying to intercept that ball. He was just slapping it to try to knock it down to set up a 4th down situation here. Or we're in 3rd. Sorry, 3rd down situation.
3rd down and 10. So Mason Book is lined up to the left. It's a handoff. He finds a little space but gets crushed at the 7-yard line. So they'll give him a gain of 4. It'll bring up 4th and 5, and the punt team is coming on for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, that was a nice move at the line of scrimmage. He made contact. Defensive lineman made contact very early there, and he was able to spin out of it to give him a little bit of room here to set up a punt.
So far, offensively, the Rough Riders have had 2 good passes, and their quarterback got knocked out of the game, and they've been able to do absolutely nothing since then. Punt is low this time. Wyatt Wallach's going to field it. He's going to run to his right. He's got Garber blocking for him. He finds the corner, and he breaks a tackle. He's out to the 20. He's at the 10, 5. Touchdown, Wyatt Wallach.
I saw the wall set up on that side. It looked like all the Rough Riders were on this side, and the Pirates had a punt return wall set up to their sidelines, and that was a nice return by Wyatt Wallach. Had to make a couple moves, was able to get in for the score.
So Wyatt Wallach returns the punt about 35 yards for the touchdown. He said, "You're not going to call my name when I score touchdowns. I'm going to make a big play this time, so you won't forget it."
Yes, he really did. I can't wait to talk to his mother after this game to let her know that I was sure that I said that was Wyatt Wallach this time.
So Gio Clone in for the extra point. He's perfect, 10 of 10, or 20 of 20. This would be 21. 21 of 21 on extra points in this postseason. It is 14-0 Pirates over the Rough Riders, 11:04 in the second quarter. Bill Hammerstrom here for WJER Sports with Josh Jarvis. We are in Zanesville. This is a Region 23, Division 6 final. And the winner of this game plays the winner of the Region 21 Mogadore-Kirtland matchup that is taking place tonight. Kirtland is a great team. Mogadore, I believe, is undefeated.
Yeah, Mogadore. It's funny. I was actually talking to my brother down in Kansas this week, and he actually knows a guy down there that graduated from Mogadore, and he's a huge high school football fan up here in Ohio, and he's been following Mogadore, and they've had a tremendous season. Now everybody knows about Kirtland and how good they are. So I'm excited to see what might come about from that matchup. But right now we're looking at the Pirates up 14-0. They're in good shape. But again, it's still early in the game.
So they are finished with the first quarter. Kirtland and Mogadore right now. Kirtland up 21-0.
Yeah, not too surprising by all that. Garaway faced Kirtland 3 years ago here in the state playoffs, and they are one heck of a football program. Entire football community, really. That they live and breathe football, and that's what they're best at up there. So I'm not surprised.
So Gio Clone to kick it off for the Pirates. They do have a kickoff return for a touchdown. The Rough Riders do. And it goes into the end zone, so he calls a touchback. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. I imagine they would probably like to get something going on special teams because their offense has not been able to.
And that's why Gio is such a weapon, because in high school football, it doesn't matter if you field the ball in the end zone. You are not allowed to take it out. The second you have your foot in that end zone, it is considered a touchback. So when you got a kicker that can put the ball back that far and you got to make a team drive 80 yards, special teams is huge in any matchup. And when you got a kid that can do that, that does wonders for your defense.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Rough Riders. Again, backup quarterback in. They have an outstanding sophomore quarterback in Austin Bisher, the coach's son, but he got hurt in the series. He's throwing it deep again, but this time it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, he had a man open right there. Looks like it was just overshot a little bit, probably due to a little bit of inexperience, but they were able to get out there and find an open space. They just weren't able to connect, and it looks like we got some rain coming down right now.
I thought smoke was rolling in. It's mist. It's just a weird way for that rain to roll in. We do have some rain coming down. Everybody's getting out their umbrellas and their coats, and we are not on the roof this time, so we're in good shape here inside the press box on the visitor side. This time it's a handoff. Can't find any room, though. And he gets about, they'll give him 4 on the carry. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah. As I mentioned in the last series, they need to try to get Book involved here, and they were trying to get him involved here in the jet sweep. And as I'm looking at the sideline right now, I'm watching Bisher walk up and down the sideline. He's got a little bit of a limp to him, but it looks like he's trying to work it out.
Well, that would be outstanding. You'd hate to see his season end with an injury in the first quarter of their regional final game.
Yeah, you hate to see that. I mean, you like to see two really good teams match up. But you hate to see injuries.
So Owen Warner in at quarterback for the Rough Riders. He's got some time. He throws it short and incomplete.
Oh, and boy, it looked like he was set up there on that screen. Ball just thrown a little bit behind and wasn't able to hold on to it, but he had blockers out in front, set up a 4th down.
So 5 yards on the possession, and there is another punt now. 3 punts in their last 3 possessions without their quarterback out there. Of course, the last punt, Wyatt Wallach returned for a touchdown. They can't kick it to the other guy because that's Jensen Garber, and he's the IVC Player of the Year.
No, that's 2 weapons back there that you do not want to kick the ball to.
He gets a better kickoff this time. Garber's back. He is going to take it. He gets past the first 2 tacklers. He makes a move on the 3rd one and the 4th one, and the 5th one gets him down at the 40, a return of about 20 yards on that punt. Great field position again for the Pirates. They'll start from the 40-yard line. It is 7-0 with 9:53 in the first half. Excuse me, it's 14-0. Pirates over the Rough Riders. 9:53 in the first half. We'll be back on your sports voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
First down play, which was a gain of 1 by Dylan Sunland up the middle. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 as we come back to this regional final matchup between Garaway and West Jefferson. 14-0 right now. Garaway in the lead. Of course, Garaway has already made history advancing farther than any Garaway team has. If you look at Tuscarawas County, they could make history for the county if they advance all the way to the state finals. Sunland into the slot. Geibel looks his way, but sends it back the other way. And kind of a dangerous play on that side. Incomplete.
Yeah, it was. Again, they were trying to set up the little jailbreak on their own sideline over there. Jensen came back. The ball was just offline a little bit. But if he's able to get his hands on that ball, that could have been a little bit dangerous because the DB was trailing him at that point.
Josh, this weather's getting weird. The rain is coming in and the leaves are coming in from the back, suggesting that there's a pretty good wind going from left to right across the football field as you're looking at it.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little ugly out here.
Geibel looking deep. He throws it across the middle. The man is open, and it is a catch, and it is a first down. Bronson Speedy with the catch across the middle again. Gain of about 15 yards.
Yeah, Bronson Speedy was just running a shallow post right there. He was able to find an open hole in the defense, and you could tell like he wasn't just catching that ball with his hands. He was protecting it with his body. With this rain coming down, the wind blowing a little bit more, he wanted to make sure he secured that ball.
So we have a timeout on the field. Let's use this opportunity to thank one of our scoreboard sponsors, Sugar Valley Meats. Sugar Valley Meats, take the short drive to Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive. Turn right and go half a mile. Visit online at sugarvalleymeats.com. Proud supporters of the Garaway Pirates. Again, Garaway, the home side.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the radar right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to last a very long time, but it is coming down pretty good right now. Might be able to get out of here by the end of the second quarter here, but we'll have to wait and see.
So 1st and 10 after the completion to Bronson Speedy, his second catch of the day. Again, Geibel has more incompletions today than he's had the entire postseason.
And looks like right now they're lined up in their diesel formation, so they're going to run the football here.
They're going to drop the ball at the line of scrimmage. It's a fumble. The Rough Riders think they have it.
Okay, they're calling second down there. Yeah, that's one of the dangers in this type of weather when you get the quarterback under center. He hasn't been under center all night. The ball's a little bit more wet. He wasn't able to get that snap clean, and fortunately he was able to fall back on the football.
So do you think the rain motivated them to go to their diesel formation on 1st and 10?
I'm not sure. I mean, sometimes Jason likes to do this sometimes. He likes to say, hey, what are you going to do against our diesel? Just see what they got. So that might be the decision here.
Sunland gets the ball behind 2 other guys, and he breaks a tackle, and he's to the 10-5. Touchdown, Dylan Sunland, 25 yards for the score.
Yeah, again, you get in diesel formation. Sometimes Jason likes to do this. He likes to get in a diesel formation and say, okay, we spread it out a little bit. Now we're going to do some smash mouth football. Let's see how you respond. Judging how that response went, I would not be surprised to see a little bit more of that double tight triple I package here coming in the future.
Both those guys went through the hole to pick up some blocks for him.
Yeah, the offensive line did a tremendous job picking up blocks, and he was able to cut way across to the left side when he started to the right and found a hole and was able to get the end zone.
Geo Cologne connects on the extra point. It is 21-0 with 8:18 to go in the first half. The Pirates on top. Once again, a big lead in the first half of a playoff game. That has been the story all postseason. The scores, I believe, at halftime have been 35-7, 42-0, and 42-0 for the Pirates. Yeah, they've had some big leads here in this postseason. This one doesn't seem to be different. I got people calling me during the week going, "What do you think? What do you think?" And I said, "Well, this next game is it's going to be a tough one." West Jefferson is one heck of a football team, and I did not see a 21-0 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter to start this game. But again, for the Pirates, that's what they've been doing, and they're hungry, and they don't care who they're playing. As Jason Wallach would say, nameless, faceless opponent. They're going to do what they do, and they're, again, this week being successful. Yeah, West Jefferson 12-1 this season. They lost their season finale. They had been trading the top spot in the computer rankings throughout the season with the Pirates. They started the season at number 1. Garaway eventually overtook them. They also have a long history of success in the playoffs. They've made the playoffs 25 times, dating back to 76. 7 straight years in the playoffs right now. 2-time state champ, although that was many years ago. But 6-time runner-up, most recently 2019 and 2021. So these guys are familiar with this atmosphere. Yeah, West Jefferson is a football school. They're known for their football. It's not surprising that you see them this late in the playoffs. Cologne with the kickoff. He's waiting for his blockers, but he cannot shake a tackle, and he cannot get to the 20-yard line. They were trying to set something up over there, but it was no luck against the Pirates as they broke through that line of blockers. Yeah, notice throughout the entire game, they've been playing on West Jefferson's side of the field the entire game. Field position is huge in a big matchup like this, and they are just not able to get anything done on special teams. Garaway was able to get a return, and forcing punts early, deep in their territory. Garaway's been getting the ball about midfield just about every time. So they started about the 19-yard line. He's going to get a nice gain, spins around, still going. And that's Mason Book. He gets about 8 yards on the play. Yeah, that looked like it was a design run from the start. The quarterback took like one step back, and then he was moving up the field pretty quickly. Pretty good gain for West Jefferson. So brings up. Oh, that's a 1st and 10 now. They're moving the chains. They gave him 10 yards on that play with that extra effort at the end. Just crossed the line to gain. So 2nd and 10 from the 30. So Owen Warner still at quarterback, turns and hands it off, hits the hole hard, but he is hit quickly on that play. Jace Wallen and then off helped the edge. My goodness, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon. He was coming from the backside there, and Jace Wallach knew exactly where the football was going, and he was able to wrap up the running back's legs rather quickly for a loss. I thought Kite was hitting that hole hard, but Reifensnyder hit it harder. So it's a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11 from the 29-yard line. 7:10 to go in the first half. Takes the handoff, throws it out. He's got Book over here. He makes a move behind his blocker, and he gets a good gain on the play. He'll be about a yard short of a 1st down, gain of 10.
Yeah, right there again, a high percentage passing play. You want to get it into the hands of your playmaker, Book. He did a good job getting about 8 yards on that play.
Pirates were right there in the backfield. They'll have to get it off quick on every play. So now an empty backfield on 3rd and 1. Again, at quarterback is Owen Warner, the senior for the Rough Riders. He's going to fake the throw, and he's going to run for a first down, breaks a tackle, and gets about 5 yards.
Yeah, maybe they found something right there. Completely designed run by the quarterback. He took one step back, found a hole, was able to pick up the first down.
So they send in Braxton Vance at running back. He's 5'10", 190 pounds. Again, the backup quarterback is in as Austin Bisher, the all-star quarterback for the Rough Riders, taken out of the game with an injury. This time, the running back is stacked up. There with the tackle is Jackson Reifenschneider, and he thinks he has the ball as well, but they're not going to give it to him.
He came up with the football after that, saying, it's mine, it's mine. Running back made a nice play in the backfield to make one player miss, but he's not getting away from Jackson Reifenschneider. He was able to wrap him up for no gain.
They'll give him the line of scrimmage. So an Owen Warner is a senior backup quarterback, but listed as a wide receiver defensive back in our program. He's going to throw it. Screen pass. It's caught, but he is tackled immediately on the play.
Wyatt Wallach again. Wyatt Wallach would read that screen immediately, and he knew what was coming. Broke on that ball for, again, no gain. He had blockers out in front, but Wyatt Wallach knifed right between those blockers, was able to tackle him as soon as he caught the football.
Wyatt Wallach is a well-respected player in the Eastern District. He was named the Co-Defensive Player of the Year in the Ohio Eastern District. So 3rd and 10 for the Rough Riders. They're going to throw. He's going to roll out. He's got some space over there if he tucks it. He's getting pursuit. He fights forward. I think they're going to mark him a yard short of the first down. They're going to give him 9 on the play. In pursuit again, Clayton Downs, wrapping him up from behind.
Yeah, Clayton Downs was almost there, just able to get outside the edge of Clayton Downs. Good pickup by the quarterback right there. But again, it's going to be 4th and short. Looks like a decision to be made. I don't think they're running anybody out. Yeah, the coach is calling a play. It looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1.
So again, Owen Warner in at quarterback, the senior for West Jefferson.
First time West Jefferson's been across the 50-yard line. They feel like they got something going here. They're going to take a chance at it, see if they can't keep moving.
So they don't have a diesel package. They have an empty backfield here on 4th and 1. And their offensive line moved on the play. I think they were trying to draw Garaway off sides, and the offensive line was not on the same play. You got a backup quarterback in there, I imagine. That might make a difference.
Oh, I saw the reaction of the coaches on the sideline. It seemed like they may not be calling a play right there, just trying to draw them off sides, because the coaches just threw their hands up in the air with their heads down. That's something you can't do if you know that you're trying to draw them off sides. There is no play. There is no play. You're just going to call whatever.
So another punt for the Rough Riders. Short punt. It's going to bounce sideways, go down at about the 34-yard line. We have 3. They're trying to
wave the football there
wave
a little
it deeper.
bit.
Did not work. 3:25 to go here in the first half. The Pirates are up 21-0 over the West Jefferson Rough Riders. Let's thank another one of our scoreboard sponsors, T-County Boxing Academy. They're the area's #1 training center for those who are serious about boxing. They offer a variety of classes for youth and adults, along with supplements for the best workouts possible. The T-County Boxing Academy is located on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Follow them on Facebook. So Pirates back on the field. They are up 21-0. A penalty hurt their last drive.
Not in the diesel package.
But still, Dylan Sunland gets the carry, finds the hole, pushes ahead for a gain close to 5 yards.
Yeah, again, Dylan Sunderland gets the ball left side of the offensive line there. He low to the ground, puts his shoulder down, and able to get a good gain.
So they have 3 minutes to go here in the first half. 21-0 is the score. They are going to empty the backfield this time. They have 5 wide. Sunderland is in the short side slot to Brady's right. He's going to go that way. Incomplete pass. Looking for Jensen Garber on the sideline there, hoping to get him the ball in some space so that he can make a move, but no luck.
Yeah, West Jefferson lined up in pure man coverage. They're in cover 0. There was no safety back there, and they were able to snuff that out pretty early. Jensen wasn't able to catch the ball, but even if he would have, I'm not sure he would have had too much on that.
So 3rd down and 7 here from the 35-yard line. Brady Geibel looking for the call from his coach. Looking for that same screen, but instead they throw it deep. He is wide open. Dylan Sunderland catches the ball. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. 10. 5 turns on the Jets, and he's in for the score. Dylan Sunderland was in the slot. They faked the screen, found him wide open for the 55-yard touchdown.
Oh, that's something Jason Wallach loves to do. When he sees cover 0, he loves to do stuff like that. He's faking the screen that they ran on the previous play and then just sending one guy straight down the field. Quarterback pump fakes it, and then they're able to get behind the defensive backs there with no safety behind, and they're able to connect for the touchdown.
I sold him well short. That was a 64-yard touchdown pass. Brady Geibel to Dylan Sunderland. And it is 27-0 with Gio Cologne's extra point on the way. It's up and it's good. He is perfect on extra points in this postseason. Right now, the score 28-0. Another big first half in the playoffs for the Garaway Pirates. They lead the West Jefferson Rough Riders here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Anyone can improve their balance, hand-eye coordination, discipline, footwork, endurance, and cardio with boxing classes at the T-County Boxing Academy on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia. Stop in, call, or text to get the same animal and 5% nutrition sports supplements used by pro boxer Sugar Dre Donovan, featuring the all-new 5% pre-workout RTD known as Kill It. Follow the T-County Boxing Academy on Facebook for training videos and product reviews. The T-County Boxing Academy, where serious athletes train.
We are in Zanesville for this regional final game between Garaway and West Jefferson. It's 28-0, the Pirates over the Rough Riders. Rough Riders got a bit deflated early on when their all-star starting quarterback went down with a leg injury. We haven't seen him back on the field. He's still limping around on the sidelines there, but they haven't put him back in the game. He has his helmet on. I'm sure he wants to go back in.
Yeah, I've seen him walk up to the coaches a few times with no luck. A kid like that, you know he's got the heart. He wants to be out there. But, again, the coach has got to make sure that it's the right thing. If he's injured, they don't want to, make the injury any worse. I know he wants to be out there right now, but they got to do what's best for the kid at this point.
Now, Austin Bisher is a great player for them, but he does not play defense, and the Pirates' offense has been putting points on the board with some pretty creative plays from the diesel and from that fake screen out there.
Yeah, they're moving around in a few different formations, and again, they were able to capitalize on that cover 0 in that last drive.
So here's the kickoff return. Pirates are able to snuff it out. They have a good kickoff return team. If you look at some of their highlights from the season, they have some big kickoff returns, some for touchdowns, but right now the special teams coaches for the Rough Riders are not happy with how these kickoff returns are going for them. The Pirates are snuffing everything out that they're trying to do.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, that's good lane discipline you got with your kickoff team. They're staying in the lanes. You have a job, and you know the guy that's next to you is doing their job. If you just take care of your lane, then you'll be in pretty good shape. And so far today, they've been successful on kickoff.
So Owen Warner still at quarterback for the Rough Riders. We do see Austin Bisher trying to run now on the sidelines, but he does not look very mobile. Quick pass out here to their man, and he steps out of bounds after a gain of about 5.
Yeah, quick hitter doing out there to Book again, just trying to get the ball in the hands of their playmaker. Not able to get much after the catch, but positive gain on that down.
Let's talk about Mason Book, who has all these catches. 89 catches on the season, 1,292 yards, 14 touchdowns, all district first team.
Yeah, he's obviously a phenomenal athlete. Kind of struggling a little bit without his quarterback in there, but again, they need to get him the football.
So Owen Warner running it with 2:20 on the clock. They're going to give him 4, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Typically, he is a receiver for the team. Owen Warner has more than 50 catches and 650 yards, more than 650 yards receiving. So they lose one of their weapons when they put him at quarterback. But
well, that makes sense. I mean, he obviously knows what to do with the football, and they've had some success. They've run that same play 3 times, and he's able to get gains on each one of them.
So 3rd and 1. Again, gets it out to Book, and he's going to get a 1st down out to the 40-yard line. There's 1:40 to play here in the first half. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They're gaining a little bit at a time here. They don't have a whole lot of time to do that, though.
Yeah, they're able to get some small chunks here, but at some point they're going to have to take a shot downfield if they want to score before the half.
Garaway's given up the underneath stuff. This time Warner's going to run, and he's going to get a 1st down. He made a move, and he is down after a gain of 14 on the play.
Yeah, great vision on that play. The quarterback was dropping back. It looked like he was trying to go downfield, but nothing was open. Garaway's defensive backs are playing, loose coverage, trying to prevent the long ball, and he was able to scramble and pick up a huge gain right there.
So again, gain of about 14. Again, quick pass out here to Book, and he's taken out of bounds after a good gain on the play, gain of about 5. 1:11 in the first half. They're driving down the field. They started at about their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, again, a positive drive. The last 2 drives they've been able to get across the 50-yard line here. They're running short on time right now, but they're trying to get something positive. If you're West Jefferson, you want to get something. You want to get a score on the board here before halftime.
So if the stats we were looking at are correct, they've only attempted 2 field goals on the entire season. So they want to score touchdowns. Owen Warner, the quarterback, he's looking deep. He's going to launch it. Jensen Garber's on the coverage. It is incomplete, and the flag is out for Jensen Garber.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. Jensen's right arm was tied up with the wide receiver right there. Not giving him an opportunity to get to the football, so not surprised by that call right there. But in high school, it's a 15-yarder. It's not a spot foul, so the ball's not going to be placed at the 1-yard line. It's not as bad as it is when you're looking at professional football.
That's quite a matchup over there when you have Jensen Garber and Mason Book, both guys with over 1,200 yards receiving this season.
Oh, yeah. Those two are phenomenal athletes. You like to see them match up against one another. Looks like Book might have had the upper hand there, and that's why Jensen had to get that arm in there.
All right, Warner looking to his other side, throws it outside before the receiver was looking for the ball, and Warner's upset. But, it's hard to have that kind of chemistry yet with a quarterback who, coming into this game, you said had only two passes attempted on the season, and those might have even been out of formations where he's lined up at wide receiver.
Yeah, it very well could have been. We don't know. They could have ran a reverse pass or something like that. And you're right. The chemistry and the timing is just not there. I'm sure he has to spend a lot of time at quarterback this week, and so you're going to miss a few passes like that just because you're not been working together as much as you have been with your starting quarterback.
There's some change in personnel on the offensive line right now for West Jefferson, as one of their linemen came out with some blood or something on his elbow. We'll see how that affects the pass rush here. Owen Warner's going to run it. He's going to get some yards. Gain of about 5 on the play. 52 seconds to play in the second quarter, and we're going to get a timeout for West Jefferson.
Yeah, just their first time out of the half. They got some time. There's 49 seconds left. They got plenty of time now, setting up around the 21-yard line. They got 2 timeouts left. If that scoreboard is correct, but I'm pretty sure it is. They got 2 timeouts left, and they got about 21 yards to go. So you're able to do stuff like that. They've been successful with the quarterback draw, and they go right back to it.
So 28-0 right now, Pirates. Let's give thanks to one of tonight's scoreboard sponsors, the Commercial and Savings Bank with CSB. You gain more than convenient access to products and services. You're invited into a network of relationships that contribute to the well-being of our community. Learn more at csb1.com and visit locations in New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, Bolivar, and Janaden-Hutton. 3rd down and 4 for the Rough Riders. They have 49 seconds to work with here before halftime. 28-0 is the score, Garaway over West Jefferson. If this holds up, it will be the 3rd time this postseason that Garaway has been up by 4 scores and has shut out their opponent in the first half of a game. So again, it's Owen Warner, the backup quarterback in. He's trying that pass again, and again, it doesn't quite work. The same play they ran last time, thought it might work this time, but still, they're just not on the same page for that.
No, it looks like he just needs to be a little bit more patient with that. I mean, the wide receiver is open. He's letting go of the football before he even has his head around, and they don't even have a chance to connect on it. But it looks like at this point, they're not looking for field goals. They need touchdowns, so they're going to go for it on 4th down.
So 4th and 4 for the Rough Riders. They're at the 20-yard line. They have 45 seconds to go in the half. Warner looking deep. It's incomplete. Hits the defender in the hands, Cameron Gizboda, but it's turnover on downs anyway.
Gizboda seemed upset about that, but, I mean, dropping that ball, that's not that big of a deal. I fully expect Garaway to come out here. They're happy about a 4-score lead. I would expect them to take a knee here and try to run out the clock. There is 2 timeouts left, so they have an opportunity to stop the clock if they want to. But I don't see them taking too many shots downfield here at the end of the first half.
So 41 seconds to go. Brady Geibel is on the field. Everybody's bunched up there, so it does look like it might just be a clock killer. And there is a penalty on the play.
Coming from the back judge here, I think there's too many players on the field. It looks like he's counting them right now, so. He might end up waving this one off. Yep, he's going to wave it off.
He miscounted.
He was counting there and said, no, I think there's 12. No.
That's tough. I mean, I feel
11.
it's hard to keep track of the white shirts with the yellow numbers on it. So he miscounted. No penalty. Take a knee. 40 seconds. They are going to go into halftime up 28-0.
Yeah, West Jefferson's electing not to take a timeout here at this point. They will go into half. And again, like you said, they've been up 4 scores or more every single game in these playoffs. That's a pretty impressive stat. That's a dominant stat.
First game of the playoffs, 35-7 was the halftime score. Second game, 42-0. Third game at halftime, 42-0. And now we are at 28-0. The Garaway Pirates are leading the West Jefferson Rough Riders. We'll be back on your sports voice of the Valley.
Hey there, Garaway Pirate fans. For over 60 years, Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community, specializing in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. With their friendly and efficient service, you can rest easy knowing Hampshire Insurance is providing a path forward when the unthinkable happens. Give them a call at 330-852-4087. Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of the Garaway Pirates and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek.
There are a lot of steps between conceiving, carrying, and cradling your baby. No matter what stage of motherhood you're in, our team at Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital will be there every step of the way. From your first visit to your first baby, we provide expert care right in the Tuscarawas Valley. Our team partners with each patient to create a custom birthing plan, ensuring the comfort and health of you and your baby. For every care in the world. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit unionhospital.org/motherhood.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
It is halftime in Zanesville. Garaway is leading West Jefferson 28-0. Let's give you a recap of the game. Pirates started with the ball. Big play on the drive was a 27-yard pass from Brady Geibel to Bronson Speedy. Dylan Sunland had a couple of nice runs, and then it was a touchdown pass, 17 yards to Peyton Keller from Brady Geibel. 7-0 was the score, and that was when with about 10 minutes to play in the game. And then on the possession for the Rough Riders, they had a couple of plays that looked good, and their quarterback got hit. They have a sensational quarterback, Austin Bisher, son of the coach, 20th in the country in passing yards, and he went out with what looked like a pretty bad knee injury. Deflated West Jefferson a little bit. They were not really able to get anything going offensively the rest of the game. They had a good drive at the end here, but it came up short when they failed to convert on 4th down and 4 from the 20-yard line. Meanwhile, Garaway's offense, typical first half fashion, they scored 28 points. Not every time they had the ball. They scored on that pass play to Peyton Keller. They scored on a punt return touchdown by Wyatt Wallach, and Dylan Sunland had a 4-yard rushing touchdown. Let's see, what else do we have?
I think there's a 64-yard passing touchdown to Dylan Sunland.
That's right.
On that man coverage that we had. Dylan Sunland, 2 touchdowns on the night, 1 on the ground, 1 in the air.
So Dylan Sunland, they faked the screen to the right side and threw it deep to Sunland, and he caught it, ran 64 yards for the touchdown. We are putting together some stats here for the Pirates and the Rough Riders. Right now the score is 28-0. Bill Hammerstrom for WJER Sports here with Josh Jarvis. What's your take on this first half?
Well, you know what? I think that West Jefferson they're really struggling with Bisher being out in the game. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I'm not telling you something you don't know. He's a tremendous quarterback. He's been a huge star for them all year long. And, you get into a regional final football game like this, and you feel really good about how things are going. And then right off the bat, after a few plays, your quarterback is out. I mean, that's hard to recover from as an entire football team. So I don't think anybody was expecting this halftime score. And who knows, if their quarterback was still able to play in this game, the score probably wouldn't be like this. I mean, not only is he probably is West Jefferson able to move the football up the field a little bit more, but they're going to limit the possessions that the Pirates have and give them more limited opportunities to score. But that's how it went tonight. Garaway's doing a great job defensively, making sure that they have not let West Jefferson get across the 50-yard line, but the last 2 drives. So they're doing a good job on defense. Special teams is chipping in. They're able to return a punt for a touchdown, and then the offense is clicking like it's been clicking the entire season. So right now, looking like a big lead for the Garaway Pirates, and I would see this to continue in the second half unless West Jefferson can find a way to get the ball to their playmakers and make some big plays on defense.
All right, 28-0 is the score. Pirates out first. Pirate Marching Band, the pride of Garaway. Let's see if we can listen to them. Well, they're facing the wrong way, but I think we can still hear them a little bit. Listen to the halftime show of the Garaway Pirates Marching Band.
Tuesday morning, the Tusky Valley High School band was involved in a tragic accident that took the lives of 3 students and 3 adults, and forever changed the lives of many others. We extend our prayers and our deep sympathy to our friends in the Tusky Valley community and at Buckeye Career Center. Please join us in a moment of silence in honor of those who lost their lives and in solidarity with those who are grieving this loss. Thank you.
Yes, we can run to Walmart and get the rest of it.
You better watch it. He's learning karate. He's going to come kick your butt. By Christmas, he'll be like taking you down.
Hey,
I'm talking James.
I got him.
You don't talk to us either, so we're still good.
Band is a family, and our hearts are with our brothers and sisters in the Tusky Valley Band. The Garaway and West Jefferson bands would like to dedicate our combined performance this evening to them, and we celebrate the power of music to build community. Pirates and the Rough Rider Band would like to thank you for your continued support and wish all of our student athletes the best of luck. Let's hear it one more time for the Garaway and West Jefferson High School Marching Band.
We are in Zanesville. It is halftime. Garaway over West Jefferson, 28-0. Well done by the Garaway and West Jefferson bands combined, paying tribute to Tusky Valley. Again, if you want to help Tusky Valley, there are many different businesses doing fundraisers this weekend and next weekend. Try to find those. You can also donate at First Federal Community Bank. Make a check out to TV Strong. The Trojan Foundation has a fund set up at First Federal Community Bank where you can make donations to support the Tusky Valley School District and community. We are at halftime of this regional final game. Garaway up 28-0 over West Jefferson. We will be back with a stat wrap-up on your sports voice of the Valley.
The First National Bank of Denison is proud to be your locally owned community bank. As a community bank, they're also proud to be a sponsor of today's game. Supporting local high school athletics is just one way the First National Bank gives back to the schools and communities that have helped make them successful. The First National Bank of Denison, proud to be your locally owned community bank. Visit them online at fnbdenison.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
We are back in Zanesville. It is 28-0 Garaway over West Jefferson. Of course, the story of the game as far as the West Jefferson potent offense is concerned. Their star quarterback, the Conference Player of the Year, District Player of the Year, Austin Bisher, is out with an injury, hurt his leg early on in the first quarter of this game. Meanwhile, the Garaway Pirates have found different ways to score on a punt return by Wyatt Wallach, 2 touchdown passes from Brady Geibel, and 1 touchdown run by Dylan Sunland, who also caught a touchdown pass. Peyton Keller catching that other touchdown pass from Brady Geibel. We are going to look at the stats from halftime. I'm Bill Hammerstrom for WJER Sports. I am here with Josh Jarvis.
Yeah, looking at the stats for this first half, pretty unique for West Jefferson. They actually have more rushing yards in this first half than they have passing yards, which we haven't seen all season. West Jefferson 60 yards on the ground, 49 yards in the air, obviously due to their quarterback going out early in the game. On Garaway's side, Garaway's got 82 yards on the ground, 137 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns in the air, 1 on the ground. If you're looking at individual stats, we got Dylan Sunland with 1 catch and 64 yards, so pretty successful on that. One time he received the ball from Brady Geibel there.
Very efficient.
Yeah. Bronson Speedy, 2 catches for 37 yards. Wyatt Wallach, 2 catches for 37 yards. Peyton Keller, 1 catch for 17 yards, but that was a big one to set up with that first score in the first quarter there. Dylan Sunland on the ground, 8 carries for 59 yards. And Jensen Garber, they have him down for 1 carry and 17 yards, but I think I mentioned earlier that was a pass and not a run, so they might have to look at those stats when they go back and look at it a little bit later. But those are the stats for the first half so far.
All right, and the score is 28-0. Second half coming up. I imagine they're going to try to get the ball to Jensen Garber. They like to get him involved when it's 28-0. He hasn't really done a whole lot yet. He is the IVC Player of the Year, and it would be nice. I think they would think it would be nice to get him the ball.
Yeah, I think they would too. But again, it's one of those things we talked about last week, and then on Saturday morning with the Sports Talk show is when you're looking at the Garaway Pirates and you're a defensive coordinator looking at their offense, you want to take away their biggest weapon. And so far they've been successful at doing that, but the thing that makes Garaway so dangerous is they have multiple weapons. And so while they have limited Jensen Garber with the football, only that 1 catch on that little jet sweep quick flip pass. I don't know what you want to call it, but they're able to limit Jensen Garber, but that just opens it up for other guys on that offense. And when you got an offense that can attack you in so many different ways, and then your special teams chips in and they score a touchdown, that makes it a tough team to beat.
West Jefferson is taking the field again. We are on the West Jefferson side of the field in the visitors' press box. Score is 28-0 here.
I'd like to reiterate the fact that we are in the press box and not on the press box like we were last week. So I want to thank Zanesville for setting us up in the press box here tonight.
We even have like our own room here.
Yeah, we do have our own room. It's kind of nice here. There's some food set up behind us. They got drinks set up for us. It's a nice little setup. Certainly with the rain coming down, I would not like to be on the roof tonight, but I looked at the radar during the half, and it looks like the rain is out for the rest of at least this contest. So it doesn't look like we're going to have any more issues with rain coming down here in the second half.
All right, I have a friend at the Kirtland-Mogadore game, and he says he's going to have a hard time convincing his wife to stay longer than halftime because it is 42-0 Kirtland over Mogadore.
Oh, my. That's a typical Kirtland score. You talk about how Garaway's been up at the half throughout all these playoffs. I haven't even really looked at Kirtland's scores, but I would imagine they're very similar so far in this playoff.
Yeah, Kirtland up 42-0, so they'll have a running clock in the second half. We will not. You need 30 points. It's 28 right now. Garaway does not get the ball first. West Jefferson gets the ball first. They probably need to score a little quicker than this last drive they had. I mean, they went from the 20-yard line to the 20-yard line, but didn't get any points out of it.
Yeah, you're looking at they're going to get the ball here to start the second half, and they're going to want to do something pretty early if they want a chance of coming back in this football game. And while the quarterback draws have been successful for them, and some of those quick hitting passes out to number 2 Book out there, they're going to have to take some shots down the field, and they're going to have to score. Time is against them right now, down 4 scores. So they want to get something quick early here in this third quarter, and I think if you're looking at this and the talk that they had in the locker room was, yes, we've lost our one of our leaders, but you have all been through this before. We're deep in the playoffs. We've been in this situation before, and somebody else needs to step up. We need to move the football down the field, and if we can get a score here early, then we're back in this football game.
So we're looking for Austin Bisher. He is the outstanding quarterback. We're looking to see where he's at on the sidelines.
I see him down here, down to our right here on the sidelines. He's not walking with as much of a limp. He's, slapping hands with his teammates there. I saw him cheering him on there on the sidelines, and that's what you see out of a leader. I mean, this kid's only a sophomore, all right, but he is clearly a leader on this football team. So there is a visible limp right there as I see him walking across the sidelines right now. But he's a kid that is in the football game trying to pump his teammates up, and that's what a great teammate does. When he can't help on the field, he's going to do whatever he can off the field.
He does not want to take his helmet off. He's had his helmet on the whole time, even though he hasn't been going in the game. And I'm not sure that he will with the way that he is walking on the sideline here.
He's trying to show the coach right now. Look, coach, I can drop a little bit right there. And I'm not sure if that is the head coach, but the head coach is his father. So everybody knows how those conversations go with your dad, where you're like, come on, I can do this. But most of the time, dad knows best. And obviously, whether it's his father or not, they don't want to put him in a position that could further injure him moving into his career. Like I said, he's only a sophomore. He's got a few more years ahead of him. And throwing the football for as many yards as he has, it looks like it may not just be 2 more years. He might actually find a place to play somewhere in college.
That's Austin Bisher. His coach is Sean Bisher, his father. Sean also coached Austin's brother Tyler to the state finals twice in 2019 and 2021. Long history of success for the West Jefferson football team. Garaway, meanwhile, is in their first regional final game in the program's history, and they are up 28-0. Now you want West Jefferson to start fast. I imagine Garaway also will try to look for a quick score to get this to a running clock and send the starters to the bench.
I almost know what Jason Wallach said in the coaches or in the locker room at halftime, and it was like, you think we're up? We are not up. We need to squash it to start. They need a huge stop out of the defense to start, and then they want to score again. If you can break their will by stopping them here and getting a 3 and out and then punching the ball in, then things are looking real good. But there's no way Jason Wallach is walking on those sidelines right now feeling comfortable that he's going to be playing next week. He wants to get a little bit more before he feels that way.
All right, as we consider Subway player of the game at the end of the game, Dylan Sunland has 2 touchdown passes, and we can also put a holder on the kickoff. Dylan Sunland holding the ball as Gio Colon kicks it deep, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, it looks like he just misjudged that ball a little bit. Might have had an opportunity for a return, but wasn't able to get his hands on it, and the ball goes in the end zone.
So 1st and 10 from the 20 for West Jefferson. And it is still Owen Warner in the game at quarterback.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Bisher was able to convince his father that he can drop back there, which is probably the right call.
He's still all padded up. He still has his helmet on. He's still part of the team. They're doing something a little different with 2 running backs flanking him in the backfield. There they go. They completed the pass out here.
That was a very similar out route that they were running before, where the quarterback was throwing the ball just a little bit early. He waited a little bit longer back there. Maybe he was a little impatient to start the game, but you see him wait a little bit longer and floats that ball right over the defender's head as they get a first down on the first play of this drive.
All right, gain of 14 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Owen Warner runs at this time, gain of about 3 yards. If you're looking, they have their top receiver, Mason Bach, in the backfield there, kind of drawing the attention of the defense.
Yeah, going in motion twice like that, when you try to send a motion deep like that, you're looking to get somebody's eyes on him. And if you can pull a defender up and then leak somebody in behind, it gives you an opportunity to get the ball down the field. If they don't pull a defender up, look for him to throw the football to him pretty quickly.
So Warner with the 2nd down and 7. Hands the ball off. There's no room up the middle. Gates gets about 1 yard on the carry for Wyatt Kite.
Yeah, not much room for Kite right there. And on the play before, they went back to the draw. And if you notice, Garaway jumped on it pretty quickly. I'm sure that's something they emphasized at halftime. As Coach Wes Hostetler was talking about the defense, we're giving up too much on this draw, and they were able to squash it, put them in a 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 6 from the 38-yard line. Owen Warner again, the backup quarterback. That's Book in motion. Fakes it to him, and he's going to run it up the middle. He's going to push ahead. I think they're going to mark him just short of the 1st down.
I don't know about that spot from our guy on this side. It looked like he was at least a yard further than that. But that's where they're going to spot him. So Garaway may have caught a little break right there. But it doesn't look like they're going to punt. They are calling a play, and they're going right after it here.
Well, they sent a big guy in there, too.
I wouldn't be shocked to see this quarterback draw again here pretty quick.
All right, Owen Warner is the quarterback. They are at the 43. He's going to throw it, and it is incomplete. It looked like the receiver, who was not the one he was throwing to, got in the way of that pass, trying to maybe set a pick for the defensive back there.
That looked like what Garaway likes to run there out of that jailbreak, but the wide receiver went downfield a couple yards, and by going downfield a couple yards, the inside receiver, the number 2 guy, was blocking out. I mean, he was blocking all the way. He just got in the way. I really think that wide receiver is supposed to step back a little bit behind the line of scrimmage and catch that football.
All right, so turnover on downs, and again, excellent field position. Jensen Garber is out here close to our sideline on the right side. Brady Geibel has Dylan Sunland in the backfield with him. Fakes it to Sunland. He's looking to the other side. He's got a receiver wide open who goes up and catches it. He's down to the 30, makes a move, and he's still going. He's going past the 20. He's at the 15.
My goodness, was he fighting for yardage there.
Looks like Braden Raber out there, number 36 on the catch.
Yeah, Braden Raber got the football. He was wide open with nobody around him whatsoever. And then when he first made contact, right there, you see on the replay, he first makes contact and he said, no, I'm not going out of bounds. I'm going to keep going and going and going. And they just could not bring him down.
Man, he got about 10 yards after that contact when he was wrapped up. This time Sunland gets it. There's a big hole on the left side, and he is going to score for the Pirates.
My goodness, that's exactly what you wanted to see if you're a Garaway fan. Maybe not a 3-and-out, but 4 plays, and they were able to get out and started the ball in plus territory. Moved down the field within a couple of plays, scoring a touchdown on the run.
16-yard touchdown run for Dylan Sunland, his 3rd score of the game, 2nd on the ground. He also has a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, big night so far for Dylan Sunland. Looks like, again, they're still taking Jensen Garber out of the equation, but Dylan Sunland is stepping up saying, okay, I'll do it all.
So a 30-yard pass play, 16-yard run for Sunland for the score. The Pirates are up 35-0. It is a running clock now here in the 3rd quarter. 35-0 Pirates over the Rough Riders here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Subway is upping their game with the All-Star Subway Series menu.
Like number 16, the All-Pro Sweet Onion Teriyaki, a new twist on an old favorite.
Or number 18, the new Ultimate BMT with salami, pepperoni, and Black Forest ham, topped off with extra provolone.
And all of the new Subway Series subs are piled with cheese and fresh, tasty toppings.
I can't wait to try them all.
It's the Subway Series menu, Subway's tastiest menu yet.
We are back in Zanesville. It's 35-0. Garaway over West Jefferson. Not the score you were expecting, but when the quarterback goes down for the Rough Riders, he is such a huge part of that team with 3,700 yards passing on the season, and they lose him early in the 1st quarter. Can't really get anything going on offense, and they can't really stop Garaway with their defense.
No, like I said before, that's exactly what Garaway wanted to see to start the 2nd half. You really saw the sidelines start to get up a little bit after that score.
Gio Colon kicks it out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 again from the 20-yard line with a running clock here in the 3rd quarter. Let's give a shout out to one of tonight's scoreboard sponsors, Keim in Charm, Ohio. Keim is the destination and trusted source for your home building and woodworking needs. Visit in Charm today or online at keimlumber.com. So it's 35-0. We should have a running clock once the ball is spotted. And we do. So this is going to go quickly here unless the Rough Riders can manage to get a score. Pirates have done a good job keeping everything in front of them so far. Owen Warner in at quarterback sends a, that's going to be a pass. And it's going to be a gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, another success on high percentage pass play. I still wonder why we call those pass plays, but they are.
It went forward about 8 inches.
You're right. It did go forward about 8 inches. So it's considered a pass. They were able to get some positive yards out of that.
2nd down and 6 from the 24. It's Owen Warner in at quarterback. He's going to launch it to the sideline. He's got a man wide open over there. And he goes out of bounds. So a 1st down pass play, 15-yard gain, and the chains move. And you don't want to give up that wide open receiver so close to the sideline there with your coaches there to tell you what you did wrong.
No, there was obviously a breakdown in coverage there because there was nobody within about 10 to 15 yards of him. He was wide open on that sideline, like you said, right in front of the coaches. I'm sure the DBs were hearing it on that one.
So 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Again, Owen Warner getting really his first significant play at quarterback this season for the Rough Riders. Completes a pass out there. He's going to get a good gain on 1st down. I'm going to give him 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Yep, again, quick, high percentage pass play. They're able to gain some positive yards, but But Garaway's going to give those up at this point. I mean, they're in a running clock. They're not going to pressure anybody. They're going to force them to throw underneath and then try to come up and make tackles.
So it is 2nd and 3. They gave him 7 on the play. Warner's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to get nowhere. He is going to get buried behind the line of scrimmage, and guess who?
Jackson Riefenschneider right there. He was ready to make that play. Again, probably something they talked about at halftime, that quarterback draw. They had a lot of success with it in the first half, but Jackson was saying, not this time.
Tackle for loss. He's well over 20 on the season. So it is 35-0. We have a running clock. We are down to 6 minutes and 20 seconds here in the third quarter as this game is going to move quickly the way it's been going. Warner's looking to throw deep. Instead, he throws it out to the flat. He's got a man open. He tries to make a move, and he does, and he breaks away. He's down to the 40. He's at the 35, out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, just a missed tackle on that play. Again, they were leaking him out for the bubble pass. They were able to connect to him. Looks like here on the replay, it looks like the Garaway Pirates had an opportunity to make that tackle with a very short gain to no gain. He's able to avoid both defenders and get down the sideline for a really big gain.
That's Wyatt Kite, their leading rusher on the season. He has had a very good postseason so far. I believe he scored 10 touchdowns in just their 3 games.
Yeah, that's that shows they do have a lot of weapons on this team.
This time.
Oh, what a great play on that one.
So the pass is complete, but making the stop right away, Nathan Gintz, number 21.
Nathan Gintz, great job working through that block. They're throwing that out. Again, they're trying to run some sort of a jailbreak or
Unless that was 27. Was that Peyton Keller?
That very likely was Peyton Keller. It's kind of hard to see on that side of the sideline, but he was able to work through that block. He had a man on him and threw him off quickly, able to make a huge tackle for a loss.
2nd down and 13. Warner looks like he's going to run it. He's going to heave it, and it's going to go out of bounds. So able to avoid the pressure, but not able to get a completion.
Yeah, you can see the athleticism in this quarterback. Wide receiver turned quarterback. He can definitely do some things with his feet. He was able to escape the pressure. That ball was thrown to the sidelines. He wasn't really trying to make a completion on that, but he was able to get outside of the rush and try to avoid getting a sack there and give him opportunity here at 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 13. They were able to get a big pass play earlier in this drive. Garaway's going to be expecting it this time. Owen Warner launches it, and it is intercepted in the middle of the field. Big return coming. On the interception is Cameron Gasboda. The one went through his hands earlier in the game. He gets the interception this time for redemption and a big return to the 37-yard line.
Oh, boy, the Garaway sideline really got up on that one. You can see this is what Coach Hostetler likes to go to in 3rd and long. It was cover 4 defenders back. There's not a lot to get down there. And in that situation, you want to see you get some positive yards, maybe not get it all back on 3rd down, but it looks like we have a multiple flags on the play, so we're going to see what that is.
Just watching the replay, it looks like there was a hold as he was returning the interception. So the interception should count, but the return will not.
Yep, that's what the signal is from the head official there. It was holding on the return, but again, Garaway creating a turnover. I thought that might be key to this game. Obviously, they're up 35-0 already to start. And West Jefferson just trying to do a little bit too much right there maybe and throwing the football right in the hands of a Garaway Pirate.
So let's give a shout out to a scoreboard sponsor. How about your local Wendy's restaurant? Stop at any of your local Wendy's following the game. Wendy's, where the recipe is quality. Seems like we just started the second half. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in quarter number 3 as we have a running clock as the Pirates lead 35-0 over West Jefferson.
Yeah, when you have that running clock and you create a turnover, that takes a lot of time off the clock because there's a change of possession and there's a penalty. and the clock's running. Still 15 seconds on the play clock, and they ran about a minute off this game clock.
Geibel hands it off to Sunland, who has another hole right up the middle. He bursts through, and he is ahead for a first down, gain of 12 for Dylan Sunland.
Yeah, right up the middle. Dylan Sunland, the coaches here on the sideline trying to tell him to wrap up, but they're able to get the ball to Dylan. I would expect to see a heavy diet of Dylan Sunland here in this second half.
And Luis Wall in the fourth quarter.
Oh, absolutely. How can we forget about Luis Wall?
So we might see if they try to manufacture some drama here, because not all these games are going to be 35-0 as you get into the, well, heck, we're going to the state Final Four.
Yep, looks like there's a flag on the play in the area of holding. Yep, the officials indicating it might be a hold. But you're right. You get to the Final Four. I mean, shoot, I was saying last week, you get to the Elite Eight, you're not going to see scores like this. Certainly when you get down to 4 teams left in the state, I don't expect to see too many of these scores. And I can tell you, my experience with Kirtland, they're not going to allow it to get out of hand like it is tonight.
Kirtland, just an incredible program, setting records for consecutive wins, plenty of state championships in recent years.
Yeah, Kirtland seems to be the school that bounces back between Division 5 and Division 6. And every time Garaway bumps down to a different division, Kirtland's right there beside him.
All right, it's 1st and 20 after the holding penalty. Again, even though there was a penalty, the clock is running, and we're down to a minute 20 in the third quarter. Geibel looking to throw. He's going to launch it deep. There's good coverage. The receiver goes down. Are they going to throw a flag? They did not. Garaway obviously wants the penalty over there. There's a guy with a walking boot on over there who is hopping probably a lot higher than he should when you're wearing a walking boot.
That would be Gabe Amicone on the sidelines. He definitely, Gabe Amicone, the senior, put a lot of time into this football program. Had an injury earlier in the season, tried to come back, maybe a game too early, re-injured it, and he's got a lot of passion for this football program. He wanted an interference call on that play.
Well, he would know wide receiver, right?
Oh, absolutely. Wide receiver, defensive back. He's a tall kid, great athlete. Garaway would be that much better if Gabe Amicone was on the field.
Geibel's looking to throw. Everybody's covered. He's going to throw it out of bounds. And there is a penalty flag on the play.
We went through this first half with minimal penalties, but we're seeing a lot of them right now. And I'll be honest with you, it's not hurting Garaway all that much, because with the penalties, the clock still runs.
Yeah. I think I said that last time. We are done with the third quarter. Just no time left. We head to the fourth quarter. Garaway up 35-0. We'll be right back on your sports voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go a quarter of a mile, celebrating over 30 years of fresh, farm-raised local meats.
So 35-0 right now. Pirates over the Rough Riders. We have just started the fourth quarter, and as soon as the ref blows his whistle, the clock is going to run. In the other game, we heard a halftime score. The winner of this game will likely, they're going to go on to play Kirtland. Kirtland was up 42-0 at the half over Mogador. Let's thank Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital, one of tonight's scoreboard sponsors. Quality care close to home. Visit clevelandclinic.org and click on locations to learn more about Cleveland Clinic Union Hospitals. So Garaway has a long 3rd and 20. Brady Geibel is playing in the 4th quarter for the first time in these playoffs.
Yeah, it's the first time in most of the season. There's only been a few games where he's seen the fourth quarter.
He hands it off to Dylan Sunland, who is swarmed by about 4 tacklers for West Jefferson. And it brings up 4th down. The punting unit is going to get some action in, which they are also not accustomed to.
Yeah, and I'm anxious to see. Actually, it looks like they're actually sending returners back this time. Earlier in the game, they were not. I mean, Garaway was in West Jefferson territory, but they were not sending any returners back. So we're going to get an opportunity to see West Jefferson try to return a punt here.
Except Brady Geibel's still in the game. Is he blocking on the punt? He's the short man right now.
He is a short man. They may have something in that whole punt formation to give him the opportunity to throw the football, but certainly not doing it on this time.
He's not doing it. He's just holding down that spot.
Yeah.
And the ball rolls inside the 30, inside the 25. This time Dylan Sunland wants to add some air. And they downed it at the 24. So 10:56 to go in the 4th quarter, 35-0 Garaway over West Jefferson. We'll be right back on the Sports Voice of the Valley.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
West Jefferson, bad snap, way in the backfield. It's still rolling around, and it is taken into the end zone for a touchdown. Wyatt Wallach with the score. Wyatt Wallach, you're going to remember his name today with the punt return for a touchdown and the fumble return for a touchdown. Garaway goes up 41-0 here in the 4th quarter. That ball would not stop rolling towards the end zone. West Jefferson, just another horrible possession for them.
It looked like 4 different guys got on top of that ball, and the next thing you know, you see Wyatt Wallach picking it up from about the 2-yard line, running into the end zone. The quarterback didn't have a chance on that snap. I know we were coming back late from the break, but that snap was rolled right past the quarterback, and multiple people tried to get on it, but Wyatt Wallach comes up with the score.
So Gio Colon to kick the extra point is up, and it is good. So it is 42-0. Once again, the Garaway Pirates have led 42-0 in the last 3 playoff games that they've played. Just took them a little longer to get here this time. Let's thank one of our scoreboard sponsors, Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of the Garaway Pirates, and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek. For over 60 years, Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community, specializing in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. Contact them today at 330-852-4087. You know, of course, in Sugar Creek, we are excited about the Garaway Pirates winning this football game, but it's also disappointing to us that West Jefferson's outstanding quarterback was not able to play past a little bit of the first quarter. That's Austin Bisher.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel for these fans, these players, these coaches. They had a really, really good season, only losing their last regular season football game, and playing lights out throughout the playoffs with their quarterback just putting up yards, throwing touchdowns. I think he had 30. How many touchdowns? He had a lot of touchdowns. I'm trying to look at it. He had 38 touchdowns on the season. It's a shame for him to go out. Like we said before, you get to the top 8, you got a lot of good football teams, and it's just disappointing if you're a West Jefferson fan to see him go out that early.
Here's Austin Bisher's stat line from last week: 20 of 25, 333, 3 passing touchdowns, 77 rush yards, and a rush touchdown.
Those are amazing numbers, and he was pretty much averaging almost 300 yards a game this season.
So they've got the wall set up, and he gets through it, but he gets to the 25-yard line. Of course, we are in the visitor side booth with the special teams coaches for the Rough Riders. They seemed like that a little bit better. They're out to the 26-yard line on the return, but they have a lot of ground to make up with 9:15 to play and a running clock in the fourth quarter, 42-0. I think we can pencil in the Garaway Pirates Kirtland game for next week on Friday. We'll find out where that game is.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a familiar opponent for the Garaway Pirates. They've seen them a number of times in the playoffs, but going to the Final Four, huge accomplishment for this football team. But don't count them out. I mean, Kirtland's a good football team. Garaway is too. I'm really excited about that matchup.
So Owen Warner in at quarterback. Again, he's the backup. Hands the ball off to Book, who makes a move, and he's going to fall ahead forward. They're going to give him the spot for the first down. Another outstanding player for West Jefferson that just, without his quarterback, couldn't get going today.
Yeah. Again, first down on the first play of this drive, getting outside, getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers, trying to get something positive here in this football game.
Again, running clock, already 8:18 to go in this game. West Jefferson with the ball at the 36. Owen Warner looks out to his right. Incomplete pass. Again, 42-0 the score here. That was the score at halftime of the Kirtland game. So Garaway and Kirtland, collision course in the state semifinals. And I think the results of this game, 42-0, it doesn't feel very exciting here in the second half. But getting to the state Final Four is really an incredible accomplishment for Garaway and for any team in Tuscarawas County. It doesn't happen too often.
No, it doesn't, and they need to be really excited about that. Kirtland, obviously, we've talked about it, good football program, but Garaway has been in the Sweet 16 4 straight years, and now they're looking at going to the Final Four. They got a great football program, too.
Setting up a bit of a screen out here. Kite gets it. He's got the first down. He's out to the 50, 40, 35. He's got a blocker, and he is tackled. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle, but a solid tackle out there by Micah Yoder into the game with the second team.
Yep, little positive there, and again, a high percentage pass. They're looking at the screen. They got a bunch of offensive linemen out in front of him. Not many Garaway Pirates there to defend. They were able to get him down the field, but a huge positive gain here for the Rough Riders.
About a 35-yard gain on the play. 1st and 10 now. They're at the 29-yard line. So Book has the ball, and he's making moves through the Pirate defense. And he's breaking tackles. He pushes ahead for the score. Finally, West Jefferson gets on the board against the second team for Garaway. Mason Book with the score.
Boy, he showed some of his athleticism there, starting off the left side, cuts all the way back across the defense, makes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys miss, and almost comes down there on the 3-yard line, but is able to break that tackle to get him for the score.
So that was about a 31-yard pass and run. Mason Book from Owen Warner for the West Jefferson Rough Riders. The extra point is low, but it is good. 5:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Garaway up 42-7. 35-point difference means the clock is still running. We will be back on your sports voice of the Valley.
There are a lot of steps between conceiving, carrying, and cradling your baby. No matter what stage of motherhood you're in, our team at Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital will be there every step of the way. From your first visit to your first baby, we provide expert care right in the Tuscarawas Valley. Our team partners with each patient to create a custom birthing plan, ensuring the comfort and health of you and your baby for every care in the world. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit unionhospital.org/motherhood.
42-7 here, the score. Garaway over West Jefferson with a running clock in the fourth quarter. 5:45 to play. Let's thank Sugar Valley Meats, one of tonight's scoreboard sponsors. Take the short drive to Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive. Turn right and go half a mile. Visit online at sugarvalleymeats.com. Proud supporters of the Garaway Pirates. Again, Bill Hammerstrom here for WJER Sports with Josh Jarvis. He's the assistant principal at New Philadelphia High School, also a former assistant coach with Garaway. So you take some joy, I imagine, in the success of this team this year.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of Garaway pride. I still live in Sugar Creek, and knowing most of these guys, onside kick.
It did not go far enough for West Jefferson.
And Jackson Reaper-Snyder was picking that ball up, trying to get to the end zone. But yeah, I've been with these seniors for the past 3 years, coaching them. When you spend that much time with somebody, you go through 2-a-days, summer workouts, winter workouts, and stuff like that. These kids hold a special place in my heart, and I just couldn't be more thrilled to see the success they've had this year.
Well, you mentioned it when we were off the air. It's 42-7 this game. That was the score of the last game. Before that, it was 49-7. And then before that, it was 45-7. So this is typical Garaway playoff football this year.
Yeah, it has been in the playoffs. I mean, they put up a lot of points early, and it seems like they give up one at some point. And they do here late in the fourth quarter, only 5 minutes left in this football game, so it doesn't look like it's going to be that detrimental to them. But that's been their MO so far these playoffs.
Their first round game was the only time a first team or the other team was able to score on their first team defense. All the other scores have came against the second team in the second half. So who's got the ball there? Luis Wall with the carry.
Yes, I would say that would probably be Luis Wall. We knew we were going to see him here at some point. And here he is in the fourth quarter. Doesn't get any yards. Actually loses a couple yards on that one. But I would expect to see a heavy dose of Luis Wall. Well, we got 4 minutes and 15 seconds going here.
As heavy of a dose as you can give in 4 minutes and 15 seconds. So they are running down the play clock. Christian Raber is lining up at the quarterback position. Luis Wall in the backfield, along with Jalen Jimenez. Those are their two second-half running backs. Christian Raber had trouble with the snap there and kept it himself, and it's a big loss on the play.
Jalen's still trying to get the handoff. It looked like he was supposed to get the ball on that play, and bobbled snap that turns into negative yards here.
Brings up third down, but, I mean, the Pirates are doing what they want to do. They want to take the clock from 5:30 down to about 2 minutes by the time they get done with this possession.
Yeah, you can see Coach Wallach normally signaling in plays. Now he's calling the players to the sideline. Again, the clock's their friend. They're letting the clock tick down because they don't want to have to run too many plays here before this fourth quarter ends.
So 3 minutes to go in this game. Garaway is going to win. They're up 42-7. They have the second string in. Christian Raber in at quarterback. He's going to hand off to Luis Wall, who goes around the right side. Can't quite hit the corner, but he is able to fight ahead past the line of scrimmage and gain about 4 yards on the play.
That's classic Luis Wall right there, not going down on the first contact. And while it looked like he might end up losing yards, it looked like he gained about 5 on that play.
Yeah, he's a fighter.
He is.
Hey, thanks to one of tonight's scoreboard sponsors, T-County Boxing Academy. They're the area's #1 training center for those who are serious about boxing. They offer a variety of classes for youth and adults, along with supplements for the best workouts possible. The T-County Boxing Academy is located on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia, and you can follow them on Facebook, and you can follow their professional boxer, Sugar Dre Donovan, who has a fight scheduled for January.
Run the punt team out here late with about 10 seconds left on the play clock.
So they're trying to manufacture some drama, so they're used to running a play with only a few seconds to spare. And they ran out of them.
And it looks like they are going to take the penalty. Again, the situation where the clock doesn't stop running on a penalty. We're down to about 1:37 here right now. So 5-yard penalty on fourth down, not too detrimental to the Pirates.
I was wondering if they even need to run a play. Do they just keep taking delays of games, and they only would have to do it 2 more times, and then the clock would run out.
You only do that so many times before the officials throw a flag for unsportsmanlike. So
does that stop the clock?
Yes, if they do.
Okay.
If it gets to that point, they will stop the clock. Jace Wallach turning around, looking at the play clock, won't even call for the snap until it runs way down.
He misplays the punt, and
Garaway
might have
it.
recovered it, and they do.
Oh, just a muff punt there.
Cameron Gasboda.
West Jefferson, again, just trying to get the football back, maybe move down the field a little bit, but give the ball back to the Pirates, and I would fully expect to see victory formation here as they take a knee with the first team, and it looks like that's the case because there comes Brady Geibel.
So Cameron Gasboda with the interception today, and also gets credit for a fumble recovery on the special teams. It is 42-7. There are 54 seconds to play. They are running the play clock. Just started at 40. So this is the last play of the game. A victory formation for the Garaway
Jason
Pirates.
Wallach just got the Gatorade bucket.
So Garaway will win a regional championship for the first time in school history. The score is 42-7. The Pirates dominate the West Jefferson Rough Riders in a Division 6 Region 23 regional championship game. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up right here on WJER, your sports voice of the Valley.
Attention local businesses. Are you looking to expand, invest, or start a new venture? This is Chris Delatorre at the Commercial and Savings Bank. We know that growing your business takes more than just hard work. It takes the right financial partner. At CSB, we offer a range of commercial lending solutions tailored to your unique needs. From equipment financing to expansion loans, our team of experts is ready to support your success. Call or text us at 800-654-9015 to discuss your business goals today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, empowering local businesses. Member FDIC.
We are back as the handshake line is winding down. Garaway about to celebrate a regional championship. They have defeated West Jefferson 42-7. That's the same score that they won the semifinal last week, 42-7. The Pirates leading the celebration out there. Congratulations to the Garaway Pirates. I'm Bill Hammerstrom for WJER Sports. I'm here with Josh Jarvis. I'm sure you want to be down there.
You know what? I'd love to be down there on the field with those guys. I mean, they work so hard. It's not that other teams don't. Everybody does. Everybody starts early and with their lifting program and their summer program. But this year's a little different. Garaway's been deep in the playoffs the past few years, and 4 straight years they made it to the top 16, and now this year they got through that. They made it to the top 8. Now they're in the top 4. I'm sitting here excited. I can barely sit still with their success. I know the coaches and the players, they're all fired up. They're all pumped up for this, and you can see them jumping around and throwing each other around right now.
Let's watch out for any knee injuries that are throwing people around like that.
Yeah, you always wonder. And as a coach, when you're down there, you get a little bit nervous. We're like, okay, guys, let's celebrate, but let's not get any stupid injuries here that are going to cause us problems down the road.
Again, you had the Gatorade bath. You had that quick celebration there. But it seems to calm down really quick because there's more football. They don't want to just play one more game. They want to play 2 more games because that's how many it's going to take to win a state championship for the Garaway Pirates.
Yeah, absolutely. And sitting in that coach's office and years before, we always talked about, wouldn't it be fun to play after Thanksgiving? And we always talked about it. We never got to that point. But next Friday, they are playing after Thanksgiving. So that's something that we've talked about in the coach's office. We talked about with the players. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have Thanksgiving turkey on Thursday afternoon, and you're going to have practice that day. I mean, that's something that not many teams get to do. There's only 4 teams left in each division. and you don't get to a ceremony like this in the regionals, unless you get to that regional final game. You got to compliment West Jefferson for being a tremendous football team. Unfortunate they lost their quarterback early in this football game because he's a tremendous athlete, but he's got a number of years ahead of him. As they announced the Garaway Pirates right there, and Craig Gordon leading the way. Craig Gordon out there in the red jacket. He has been a manager for this football team. Great kid. He's been a manager for this football team, I don't know, 20 years maybe. And he's there every day. He gets fired up, gives some pregame speeches from here and there. But it's great. It's great to see these kids have this type of success and have the opportunity to play in the Final Four next week.
So Garaway receives their regional championship trophy out there. Again, they already did the bath for the coach. Now a final huddle before leaving the field here in Zanesville as regional champs for the Garaway Pirates. 14-0 on the season. Never have they played 14 games in a season before.
Absolutely not. They've been 12-0 the last 2 years and lost game 13. This year, they won game 13, won game 14, and they're looking down the barrel at Kirtland. While Kirtland's a great football team, Garaway is too. So it should be an incredible matchup next Friday.
So that would be a state semifinal game between Kirtland and Garaway. It'll take place on Friday. All these playoff games take place on Friday after Thanksgiving. I don't know how you prepare to coach for Thanksgiving. Is it anything like the Swiss Festival? Because I know talking to Jason Wallach that week, he said there is no Swiss Festival for you guys Thursday. You don't have it until after the game on Friday. Is he going to postpone Thanksgiving until Saturday?
Oh, I know Jason pretty well. Jason likes to eat, so he's gonna have Thanksgiving. But I guarantee you, they're having practice sometime. I don't know exactly. I mean, they never had to do this before. They're gonna have practice at some point. Thursday is your final dress rehearsal where you're gonna go over everything offensively, defensively, special teams. You're going to run a little bit of 2-minute drill and stuff like that. Because at some point, they're going to get in a situation where it's going to be tight, and they might need to use that 2-minute drill. So I no doubt in my mind they're going to have a practice on Thursday this week at Thanksgiving. But I just don't know exactly when that is.
All right, Garaway, 42-7 winners over West Jefferson for a regional championship. They are on the field. We are going to take a break. We'll come back. We will sum up this game for you. Again, Garaway, regional champ for the first time in school history, 42-7 victory over West Jefferson. You've been listening and watching it here on your sports voice of the Valley, WJER.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go a quarter of a mile, celebrating over 30 years of fresh, farm-raised local meats.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
There are a lot of steps between conceiving, carrying, and cradling your baby. No matter what stage of motherhood you're in, our team at Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital will be there every step of the way. From your first visit to your first baby, we provide expert care right in the Tuscarawas Valley. Our team partners with each patient to create a custom birthing plan, ensuring the comfort and health of you and your baby for every care in the world. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit unionhospital.org/motherhood.
Again, Garaway running across the field to their fans and their cheerleaders and their parents. That is an emotional moment. I remember the final home playoff game at Garaway, walking across the field with the fans and the families and the biggest, toughest Garaway, Sugar Creek people that you can see in tears, hugging their hugging their sons as they wrap up their home career at Garaway. But that was not the last time that they get to see the Garaway Pirates. In fact, they get to see them 3 more times at least, and hopefully more. They had a playoff game on the road last week, won 42-7. Playoff game this week, 42-7 over West Jefferson, regional champs, and they go on to play the Kirtland Hornets next week. Kirtland, of course, traditionally very tough program, multiple state championships, always in the tournament. Kirtland Garaway next week in the state semifinals, with a trip to Tom Benson Stadium on the line.
Yes, and you, when you look at Kirtland, anybody that knows Kirtland, they are the polar opposite offense of West Jefferson. They are tight splits. They run the football. They're strong. They're big. And while the Garaway coaching staff had to focus on a quarterback that throws for 3,700 yards, I don't have any of Kirtland stats in front of me, but their quarterback might have thrown for 37 yards this year because that's what they do. They're big. They're strong. There was an article written about Kirtland a couple of years ago that I got to see. They call it the Church of Iron. Their weight room is open 365 days a year. They do not close on Christmas. They do not close on Sundays. Now, they're not required to come there all the time, but I mean, that's a program that is traditionally a really good football program. They don't want to throw the football. They want to run the football. They're going to smash you in the mouth as much as they possibly can. And then Garaway's going to try to balance it out a little bit. They're going to throw the football. They're going to run the football. This is a tremendous football team. Obviously, Kirtland is a tremendous football team. And while you might see or you might be thinking, oh, well, West Jefferson is going to be a good football game. I fully expected it to be a good football game. It turned out it wasn't, in part due to the fact that they lost their quarterback early. But next week, you're going to see a Kirtland football team that just wants to keep it on the ground and run it as much as they can. A Garaway team that balances things out. It should be a pretty good matchup coming next Friday.
Again, I do not have a final of that Kirtland game, but they were up 42-0 at the halftime. My friend Bob Gagins, I don't think he was able to convince his wife to stay any longer than halftime of a 42-0 game. Here it was 42-7. The score was 28-0 at halftime, and the second half started just like Garaway wanted. Stop on defense after 4 plays, then a quick score with 2 passes, one to Bronson Speedy, and then a wide open run around the left side by Dylan Sunland, his 3rd touchdown of the game. Of course, Wyatt Wallach wrapped up the scoring with that bad snap by West Jefferson. He got it at the 2 and took 2 steps into the end zone for the touchdown. So 42-7, the final score. West Jefferson got that late score against the second-team defense for Garaway. At the end of our games, we find the Subway player of the game. Again, Dylan Sunland is a great candidate. He has 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. He also held the ball on the kickoffs, which in a little bit of wind here was important for Gio Colon as he kicked it off. We also saw Jackson Reifenschneider again with some plays in the backfield. Brady Geibel, again, solid at quarterback. But we are going to give the ball, or the Subway player of the game, to a guy who was all over the field on 2 different ways. He found 2 different ways to score today.
He did, and he even he got the ball a few times on offense. The Subway player of the game tonight is going to go to Wyatt Wallach. Punt return for a touchdown, and you got to say, anytime you can score on the punt return team, it's really a total team effort, because the returner gets all the glory, but that team has to do their job to give him an opportunity. He made a couple guys miss, and then late when we saw about 4 guys we thought fell on the football, Wyatt Wallach was able to scoop it up and score on defense. His mom texted me here in the 4th quarter and said, did you get that for Wyatt Wallach? And I haven't replied to her yet, but I'm telling her because I know she's going to watch this later. Yes, Danny Wallach, we got Wyatt Wallach on that. So he did a tremendous job. We might have missed a couple last week. But Wyatt Wallach's 4 touchdowns in the last 2 football games. He's got 2 on offense, 1 on special teams, and 1 on defense. I think he's a perfect candidate.
Absolutely. So our Subway player of the game is Wyatt Wallach. So your Subway restaurants and WJER congratulate the Subway player of the game, Wyatt Wallach of the Garaway Pirates. And now we have to say the regional champion Garaway Pirates for the first time in school history.
Ooh, that's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Regional champions.
Something's going up in the rafters or on the wall. They're going to have to figure out what size trophy case they need, because there's going to be some hardware this year for the Garaway Pirates.
They got all those banners up in the gymnasium, and you know, really the only state championships that Garaway has is a few in golf, and they're up on the wall there. You don't see a lot. Well, you don't see any state championships for any other sport hanging up in that gymnasium, and now they're only 2 games away from being able to call themselves state champions. Now, there's some really good opponents in front of them, obviously, for that, but it is well within their grasp at this point.
Now, there are a lot of Tuscarawas County historians probably listening online, and they know better than I do the history of Tuscarawas County, but as far as football state champions, I don't believe Tuscarawas County has had one in the playoff era, and I think the team that got closest was probably Dover in about 2012 when they made the state tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and in light of what happened earlier this week with Tusky Valley, you really got to see like the county rally together. And so while we're rivals, you know, in a lot of games, Dover-Philly rivalry is huge. And, you know, even Ridgewood down there in Coshocton County, Ridgewood and Garaway and some of these others are huge. But whenever some other teams in the county bow out of the playoffs, even though they've had a good season, you see a lot of people in the area rally behind these teams that are still playing, and they get really excited for this. I mean, I was at New Philadelphia this week, and I had a lot of people saying, "Hey, do you think Garaway has a chance? Do you think Garaway has a chance?" Because even like Philly people are following what's going on here with the Garaway Pirates. So when you get a team this deep in the playoffs, you take a little bit of pride. And yep, that's from our county, and Tuscarawas County's got a lot of good football teams, and this is just another example of it.
Again, 42-7 the final score here. Garaway over West Jefferson. They advance to the Final Four in Division 6, where they will take on the Kirtland Hornets, who won their game 42-0. Nothing happened in the second half of that game. So Kirtland Garaway, a week from today, in a state semi-final matchup. I want to thank all of you for listening. Thanks to Claxon Communications for bringing this to us at the WJER YouTube channel and at WJER.com. How about a shout-out to the 2 bands from West Jefferson and Garaway playing a tribute to Tusky Valley during the halftime performance. And again, if you want to donate to Tusky Valley, go to First Federal Community Bank. Make a check out to TV Strong to help the Trojan Foundation help that community cope with what they've been dealing with. Again, here tonight in Zanesville, Garaway 42, West Jefferson 7. I'm Bill Hammerstrom for WJER Sports. Josh Jarvis, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. This has been an absolute blast. My only disappointment is that I'm going to be in Kansas next week for Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to be able to be at the Garaway football game, but I will be there in spirit, and I will be following along with them every step of the way.
All right, 42-7, Garaway over West Jefferson. Go Pirates, here on your sports voice of the Valley.
Go Pirates.
The First National Bank of Denison is proud to be your locally owned community bank. As a community bank, they're also proud to be a sponsor of today's game. Supporting local high school athletics is just one way the First National Bank gives back to the schools and communities that have helped make them successful. The First National Bank of Denison, proud to be your locally owned community bank. Visit them online at fnbdenison.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Hey there, Garaway Pirate fans. For over 60 years, Hampshire Insurance has been a cornerstone of the Sugar Creek community, specializing in home, auto, life, commercial, and farm insurance. With their friendly and efficient service, you can rest easy knowing Hampshire Insurance is providing a path forward when the unthinkable happens. Give them a call at 330-852-4087. Hampshire Insurance, proud supporters of the Garaway Pirates and your trusted neighbors in Sugar Creek.
The Eat Fresh refresh just won't stop. Now Subway is refreshing their catering with easy order platters and box meals perfect for any occasion. Start with sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try individually packaged box meals featuring a tasty 6-inch sub, footlong, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. When you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order. Advance notice may be required.
The T County Boxing Academy is the area's #1 training center for those who are serious about boxing. Serious athletes know that everything they put into their bodies affects their workouts, which is why the T County Boxing Academy offers the industry's best supplements at the best prices for the best workouts possible, including brands like 5% Nutrition. Try their real food protein with low glycemic carbs. If you want to train like the pros, use the supplements pro boxer Sugar Dre Donovan of Urixville uses. Available at the T County Boxing Academy, located on East High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
Let Sugar Valley Meats help you get ready for the game with all your tailgate favorites. Their retail store features the freshest, locally raised beef, pork, and chicken. Enjoy freshly cured and smoked meats from the Sugar Valley Smokehouse, along with bologna, hot dogs, jerkies, and more. They can custom cut your order, and all meats are dressed on site, all with everyday low prices. Sugar Valley Meats, State Route 39 to Dutch Valley Drive, turn right and go 1/4 mile, celebrating over 30 years of fresh, farm-raised, local meats.
You've been watching high school football playoff action with your Garaway Pirates. WJER Sports and Claxon Communications presented this live video stream on the WJER Radio YouTube channel, and replays can be found on demand at WJER.com/videos. Thanks to our scoreboard sponsors, Kime and Charm, Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital, First National Bank of Denison, Hampshire Insurance, Wendy's, T County Boxing Academy, Commercial and Savings Bank, and Sugar Valley Meats. At the conclusion of the game, we selected the player of the game, courtesy of your local Subway restaurants. For the best in high school sports, stay tuned to WJER through all of the seasons. WJER is your sports voice of the Valley.